All right. Sorry, I had this blasting in my headphones. I have the Elite Pro 2 Turtle Beach headphones. These things can get so loud. I'm not even a video gamer, but I swear if you play Fortnite or a shooting game, you can literally hear them, like you can hear people like footstepping behind you. These things are amazing. Thought it would play this playlist, but so how's everybody doing? Glad you all can make it. Sorry, I feel like whenever I'm not live streaming, the time is literally going just like flying by. I had to do two loads of dishes. I did 3 loads of laundry. Went to the grocery store, mowed the lawn, all like in a matter of 3 hours. I took a shower just a minute ago. I haven't even had time to eat dinner yet. That's why I was saying on the Discord, especially if there's like a 5 little minute period where we're just sitting and watching the charts, I might go heat up a pot pie or something. I haven't even ate yet. All right. Sure. All right. So before we get started, everyone, can we get a sound check? The music behind, how the music compares to my voice. I just want to make sure, I can be heard. The music, there's a nice balance between the background music. As no matter what I have it for you guys, it's always a certain level in my headphones. Yeah, well, we should be good. Let me know in the chat how my voice is doing. I just want to make sure I can be heard clearly. And then we'll start. All good? Sounds good? So we have a couple all good and one that's a little loud. I have it lower than we normally have it. Let me know. I turned it down a bit. Alright. So I honestly have it down about 30%, 20% less, but with every track they all play a different decibel, I think. I don't think all the YouTube songs are like have an equilibrium in their volume. So, once again, Bitcoin has literally done nothing since we left. We have the daily closing in about 50 minutes, so we're going to be around to see that. And if we go to our 4 hour, we're going to identify our environment here in a second. This is our resistance level that we haven't been able to break. I'm honestly kind of inclined. I want to almost move this box down. The reason being is I believe if we break above 10,250, I think we're going to have a nice jump into the 4s. I really do. So I'm going to do some thinking. We're going to look at the charts. I may move this resistance box down. I might just do that. I may move it from, our current levels to about 10,250. Or maybe from 10.2 to 10.3. We're going to look, we're going to find our resistances, and we'll see if we need to reevaluate. Because these charts aren't set in stone. You can always reevaluate as you get more data, and you can change these. The daily closed already. The candle closes here in about 50 minutes. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to identify our environment we're trading in. If we zoom this out, let's get rid of this here. You can kind of see this is our right shoulder that we're building. And now we're kind of, I want to see what we build off of this. I may have to change this soundtrack up. I haven't listened to this one yet. But right now I want to see how we build off this right here. Let's go to our 4 hour. The daily's a little bit hard to gauge. And this is what my post was about. Wow, the 4 hour looks, seriously. Yeah, I'm going to change the music up here in a second, guys. We have quadruple MACD bullish divergence here. Once again, I would feel a lot more bullish if we had... Yeah, it looks like my mouse. Let's try that. See if that works. I would feel a little bit more bullish on this move if we didn't have a triple MACD bearish divergence, literally right ahead, like right on top of it. Let's see how this plays out. We honestly don't have too many instances where you have this. It's a, you know, we had a triple MACD, or I'm sorry, we had our quadruple right here, where you had your high, a lower high, a lower high, and we had a nice move to the downside. This was a nice play we had. I specifically remember this. I think we're at like 11,002. I'm gonna get an easier soundtrack on. I generally don't like hearing like words. We usually listen to Dark Monkey music. Let's try this one. It's an hour and a half, so I don't have to sit here and I like listening to music in the background because, you know, we stream for 4 hours and just having dead silence gets pretty boring quickly. But I don't really like DJing, changing the song every time. It kind of gets me off my, you know, my train of thought. So we have our 4 hour. We have quadruple MACD bullish divergence, but I don't want to jump on this too yet because, I mean, look right above us. This is not actually, you don't see this too often. There's a war going on right now between bulls and bears right now. There definitely is a war. We are at very critical levels here, guys. Let's go to our 2 hour. See, the 2 hour don't look as nice. So, see if we can find anything. I mean, yes, it really matters. Do you want to use this as your anchor point? Do you want to use this? I'm going to use the one closer to it. I mean, theoretically, we did make a lower high, even though I don't even think we've really rounded this one off. But this is where our short term, you know, short term, this is why we got a reaction to the downside. But overall, you can tell it's nothing compared to, I mean, we're getting close now, but it's not compared to what this wave was, this blue wave. And if you want something to look at, if you don't have Market Cipher, check your MACD. It's not going to look as nice as this, because it's just not the same. But the blue wave is, it's pretty much your MACD. It's just this is finely tuned differently. So if you want to follow along and look at the momentum, someone actually had it in the chat. They made like I think they called it like the poor man's Market Cipher. You can put it in the chat if you, I'm not sure how you make it look like that. We went over it. I have mine looking like that on Bybit. Just so for the people that don't have Market Cipher, let's get our trade on here. All right. So, you know, for instance, this is basically what we're looking at, but we're looking at it on Market Cipher. Can you see it on the 4 hour? So you can't see it as well, but you have your high, a lower high, and you can kind of see we're building bearish momentum here. So this doesn't look as nice on your regular MACD. But you can definitely see right above it, you have your triple MACD bearish divergence. So There is a war going on, guys. We are going to break out to one side, and I'm telling you, it's going to be violent. We're going to either have, I'm telling you, that's why I said on my last stream, we are either going to be at 9,800 or 10,600, I believe, in the next 48 to 72 hours. I'm very serious about that. We are going to have, when one of these sides gains some momentum, we're going to have a nice move. All right. So Gabe, Kev311, Gizmo99, Jin Young Park, you know, Crypto Rhino, Gizmo, I guess we already did Gizmo, C Joy, Durr, Tom, oh, we got Tom Brady in the chat. I tell you, man, how do you type on the phone and the computer with so many rings? Crypto Don Juan, that's such an awesome name. Latin Crypto, Crypto Tito, Nick, Miguel Serrano, how you guys doing? Thank you for being here tonight. Just like to give you guys a shout out. You know, it's a Tuesday night or evening, I guess. It's not technically nighttime yet. So thank you for being here. We're going to have, if you were here for last night, we're going to have a pretty similar stream. I don't know if Jubbin or AggroCap, that's pretty much who he is. That's who he is on our Discord if you haven't recognized yet. I don't know if he's going to be in here tonight. I know he's at work at least for the next couple hours, so bear with me in the chat, guys. Move up or down? One-handed, Tom Brady? Rich Horse FS, how you doing? Miguel, Gizmo, awesome. Once again, thank you guys. Thank you all for being here. So just because we got a little, you know what, just to make this easier for you guys, especially for you guys that don't have Market Cipher, let's just identify our environment by your regular MACD. Let's do it old school. I did it for years. You are showing, this one is yet to round. It's hard because Market Cipher, it shows you if you're close to rounding this off. It looks like we could be building a much lower level of bearish momentum. But once again, you're showing triple MACD bearish divergence right above. This is the 4 hour, okay? Let's go to our 2 hour, see if we can see anything from there. It looks like we actually could be rounding some of the selling pressure off here on the 2 hour. Once again, you have a high, a lower high, and another lower high on your bear side. Let's go to our 1 hour. Let's go down one more time frame. And this is where things start getting a little tricky. So let's see how this fills out. It looks like we're actually building on the positive side. It's so darn small, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, okay, so we are starting to build on the positive side. What I'm going to be waiting for, seriously, whoever helped me, I never knew there was tools on Bybit. Seriously. Thank you. But this right here, wow, that's not a very good color. Let's change this color up so we can actually see it. I want to see how high we can build. The point being is if we make a much lower low, that could kind of set that divergence we were looking on the 4 hour that was building on the, I mean, it's building on both sides right now. There's a giant war going on between bears and bulls right now. It's just who's going to step up to the plate. The 30-minute, you can kind of see here we're building our next wave. If we do happen to go up and we just make another low, I mean, I don't have my trend line, but you can kind of get the point. If we make a lower high on this next momentum push, I think that could be what pushes over the edge. But I'm serious. But in the next 48 to 72 hours, I fully believe we're going to be at 9,800 or like 10,006, somewhere around there. I really do, guys. Hey, Crypto Don Juan, thank you. Yeah, the YouTube indicator, it's hard to get in the good graces with, you know, so if you guys do hit the like button, I do appreciate it, but I'm never going to beg for them. But, you know, thank you guys, I do appreciate it. The YouTube algorithm is extremely tricky. I don't know if you guys have watched YouTube videos on that, but there's so many things that have to go into place for YouTube to promote your videos. It's pretty difficult. And one of the things they look at is the likes and the comments. They want to see like how many people are engaging with your posts. All right. So we showed your MACD. I just wanted to show you guys that don't have Market Cipher. You can do all the same. It's not going to look as nice as Market Cipher, and it's a little bit hard to see if they're going to get rounded off because you get a better visual with Market Cipher. But I wanted you to know that you can identify your environment like we do every stream that we start out with your standard MACD. So let's go to our normal Market Cipher here. We looked at our daily. We looked at our 4-hour. The 4-hour looks a lot nicer on Market Cipher than it does on your regular. But you can see, this is probably that little blob we were trying to look at, but it was so small. But man, if we did not have this setup up here, I would be so bullish right now. It's really a killer on the bull. You know, I'm feeling bullish right now. And so this is the post. If you're on our Discord, you saw I posted it. You know, and I posted the face where he's like, you know, I wonder what's gonna happen. You know, so if you're not on Discord, I know most of you are, but I had a post just like this. If you followed our stream, you're red here, and you're showing a bullish divergence. Usually when you are red and you're showing a divergence, do you see like over here how we had something similar even though they're not in the same blob, and you were in the red, you had a nice pop to the upside. Let's see if we can actually find this on the chart. Trying to find a good instance, you know, something similar. Now granted, we're not nearly as red, so don't really, I mean, I guess that was kind of a bad comparison, but look over here. This is a great one. You were super thick in the red, like extremely red. You showed a much lower level of bearish momentum, and you popped hard to the upside. So we'll see. We will see. We're going to be around for it all. Ugh, my neck is out of place. I had to mow my grass and the dang self-propel. You got in on the short indicated by AggroCap? No, Marcel. I don't know if you... I know I talked about it earlier on the stream, but I know I put it in the Discord. I've been so busy. After I got off the stream, I literally had to do 2 loads of dishes, 3 loads of laundry. I had to go to the grocery store. I had to mow the grass. There's a lot of stuff, like actual human stuff, like outside of the stream I had to get done today. And then I had a lot of your guys' messages to go through. But if you notice, guys, especially, you know, me and Jubbin, you know, the AggroCap, you know, like the main guy for it, we're going to work out some of the details because it got really confusing on the other stream with the Patreon and his site, and we're going to find a way to kind of connect it. So, you know, as of now, I have everything going through the Patreon, and there's direct, because I know I've had a lot of people hit me up about, you know, with cryptocurrency, and I didn't like how, not like, but I just want to avoid any kind of confusion. So we're going to work out those details tonight, just so we can make it easier on all of us. Let's look at our really closer time frames. You're not looking bad on your short term, your 5-minute. You can see we have a clear touch point off here on our 5-minute. This is really acting as solid resistance. I mean, we have a few wicks that broke above it. And this is that 250 range I was telling you about. If we can break above 10,250, I think we'll have a nice little push to the upside. That 10,250, 10,003, We break above that, we're gonna have a nice push to the upside, guys. You just got in the stream 2 minutes ago? Ah, okay. Oh, it's produced Juan? Okay. Oh, like in Spanish? Dude, oh, that's my name in Spanish. Like, my name is John in real life. And so, like, whenever I had Spanish class, my name was Juan, because that's like the Spanish interpretation of John. That's funny. So yeah, that's easy for me to say. Juan. Or I guess I've been saying it Juan. I get it. I get what you're saying. The 15-minute looks like we could be showing a little bit of weakness here. But we haven't rounded it off yet. We're still going up. That's why I think we're really at a critical point, guys. We're at the point we have to break to one side. And I think it's, you know, this move's going to come with an inherent increased amount of risk. We are really going to pop to one direction very violently. I'm telling you. And it's going to happen quick. And this is at 250. If you look at these candle touches right above here, let's go across. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. Do we have any candle touches here on the bottom? All right. You know what, guys? I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to delete this box. The resistance is not nearly as bad up here as what we're in this little trading range that we're in now. I'm going to go ahead and just put a rectangle box. I'll show you how I come up with it. Alright, let's see if I have it. Alright, this needs to be pulled up because I want it to hit those bottom touch points about 10,003. Yeah, I like this a lot. Okay, so let's get rid of these lines. And once again, I'm kind of eyeing this right on the spot. I'm going to go over how I draw this box and how you don't think I'm just randomly drawing boxes, okay? All right. So your bottom of your box here, okay? You have your touch points here. And when I show here, look in the area. That's why I have these boxes, because you're going to be in a prime area for a reversal at any point in this box back to the downside. So you have these touch points in the middle, but focus on the bottom of this box. You have your touch points here. You have a touch point here. You have these touch points here. The more touch points, the stronger you know it's going to be. You have your touch points here. Another one right there. A little bit of action there. And then, of course, what we're going through here. Let's go to the top of our box, okay? You have a little bit of consolidation touches up here. You know, we went over this. That's in the middle of the box. But that's why we have the box, you know, covering that. If you look over here, we have touch points right in there. We have touch points right in here. And if we keep moving down, you can see how we consolidated right on top of this box with a few rogue candles to the downside. Once again, that's why we have this box. Pop defender? No. Well, I mean, yes, in a way. I said like, if we go back to our 4-hour, guys, this is what I'm looking at. You have triple MACD bearish divergence on top of quadruple MACD bullish divergence. I've never seen this before. I'm serious. I've never seen these patterns sitting right on top of each other. We are going to pop drastically either to the downside or the upside. One of these is going to come to fruition. These are very, very strong patterns, and they're showing on the 4-hour. So we are either going to hit 9,800 or 10,005, 10,006 very, very soon. I guess to be fair, on a dollar average, we're either going to hit 10,400 very soon or higher, or 9,008. That's about the same range dollar amount from where we're at now. It's going to happen very soon. This is insane. Honestly, guys, I don't know if I've actually ever seen this on Market Cypher. I don't think I've ever seen it. When one of these is going to have to play out. So the next thing we're going to look at, guys, because I've had a lot of luck using this, more so lately. Before we even look at the AggroCap signals, because honestly, guys, I think this is going to be a bit bigger than a scalp. This is going to be a pretty nice trade, in my opinion. Let's go look at the short and long chart, which you can find these on Bitfinex. Just type in short and you'll see it pop up, or go and type long in the Bitfinex square. Alright, so the shorts, you can see we're rising, but look where we're at. Each time we hit this level, do you see how we have a touch point here, and we're sitting basically right on it now? We're going to get a reaction off this. I don't necessarily use Market Cypher for short and longs, but you can tell we are showing falling momentum here on the on the shorts. Granted, guys, don't put too... I mean, granted, I almost wonder if you could find... a... Does this help determine, like, do shorts look at this chart? You know, it's something I've never considered. Because if you look at this and with the top, it literally coincides with the dump of shorts. This is actually really interesting, guys. Look at this. There really is a correlation here. A high, a higher high, or a lower high, you have a dump. This is insane. That's actually pretty cool. I've never considered to look at the MACD on a bullish or bearish chart to consider if the bears or the bulls are going to go up or down. Yeah, maybe they can cancel each. That's very possible. Can you look at 6K? Want to see... I don't even think I have the 6 hour. Yeah, I only go up to the 4 hour. It lets me... I just need to stop being cheap. I need to just go... That's the thing, though. With Market Cypher and AggroCap, I really don't need all these extra indicators they want me to pay for. Even though I guess I could use the package for the simple fact I could set more alerts. So I'm gonna get this Trading View package here soon, guys. Honestly, I'm gonna look into it tonight, so I can start offering you guys the different time frames, more random time frames. With Market Cypher, there's really, and the AggroCap, there's just been, you know what I mean? They pitch it as like, oh, you can have all these extra indicators. I mean, my gosh, what does Market Cypher have? Like 5-6 indicators in one? I'm saying, oh, 6K. I thought you meant 6 hour. Look at the 6K. Want to see if it's going to pop or its cork. I'm saying Bitcoin at 6K. Yeah, let's look at the longs chart, just since we're on the Bitfinex. Because honestly, I know this just off the top of my head, because we've been looking at it the last couple days. There's gonna have to be a lot of sell action for Bitcoin to go that far down. There's very strong support between 75 and 7,800. I mean, extremely strong support. That's where the bull run just absolutely went parabolic. So the 4 hour, we don't see much. Let's go to our 1 hour here. They're just, I mean, we're going up, but just not much. We're just kind of pittering and pattering, whatever you want to call it. It's just not that strong. And once again, even on this one, I guess you're showing a higher wave here, but you know, your giant anchor right here, you're definitely still falling. Even though I'm gonna start using, I'm gonna see if I can find correlations. I mean, my gosh, look at this trigger wave. technically you would have gone here when you saw it rounded off and the longs went up. This is interesting. I'm going to do some more back research into this, and we'll see if we can put it into our strategy. Like if Market Cypher can predict longs entering the market. That would be something real. That'd be cool to see. You can add more time frames by scrolling down on the pull down menu and adding them at the bottom. Man, I don't want the... I don't know why they would add the 1 second. Ah, dude. You guys with these little tricks. That is amazing. 6 hour. I'm trying to think of the one I get all the time. Is it the 6 hour? That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm gonna have to definitely, I'm just gonna look into that tonight, guys. I haven't needed it, but honestly, if it will help me give you your guys' specific time frames, like, especially with more lately, because I've had some people come in asking for like 3 and 6 and 9 minute, and I've never used those. I don't know what the difference of 3, 6, and 9 would be compared to like the 5, 10, and 15 minute, if that makes sense. It's both, you know what I mean? But no, if that's gonna help me give you guys better content by, you know, having more specific, you know, I'm gonna add it to the stream. So, you know, give me till tomorrow. I'll see if I can get her added. So Bitcoin at 6K. Let's take a look. So naturally, what I'm gonna do here is let's go to a clean. If we're gonna try to fib something like this, I want to go to a clean chart. So let's do our fib levels. If you guys don't know how to do fibs, you're about to. And I know I keep talking about it. I swear, I'm really going to try to get these educational videos out. But it seems like every time I'm not doing stuff at the house, I'm live with you guys. Let's just go to the Bitfinex chart. We'll use that one. I believe it's XBT though, right? No, it's BTC. Alright. Okay. Alright, so Bitcoin at 6,000. Let's see the possibility. Maybe your 618 or your 786 is on it. So here's a lesson if you guys don't know how to do Fibonacci retracement. If you're going to do, so you want to go from your, if you're doing your trend as a whole, you want to go from your your absolute bottom to your absolute high. If you're going to use the wick, you have to use the wick on both sides. If you're going to do a candle close, you have to do the candle close. It has to be verbatim on both sides. If you were trying to swing trade this, you could, I mean, I guess you could maybe try to put it here at about 9,000, but I would feel more comfortable putting my anchor somewhere around here where you have the most touch points to have a solid anchor. The better anchor you have, the better your fibs are going to be. So we're going to go right here on our daily. You're going to click it and you're going to drag. We're going to go right to the top of our candle, and you can already see it, how perfect it is. People say, there was a guy I watched, he's like, oh, Fibonacci doesn't work. It only helps you find better areas of value to lose money. I was like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, Fibonacci is one of my favorite tools. So, zoom this in. Oop. Oh, 3, 6, 9, 12 is kite straight. See, that's too scary for me. That's way too scary for me. Like when it comes into like the lower time frames, you're into Gizmo 99. Are you playing? You want to watch the 1 second time frames? I just want to know who went into the Trading View meeting and they're like, you know what? We need to add a 1 second chart. Like, and they're like, oh, I know. You see all the guys, you know, shaking their head. Oh yeah, totally. Insane. Insane. That's like Russian roulette. That's like casino. But here you go. Back onto your fibs. I just think that's so funny. The 1 second chart. That is so funny. So you can see here, our bottom is roughly here at like 3,200 roughly, and our top This can actually be perfected a little bit more. There you go. So you can see here, we have found support at our 382. Our 382 is at $9,739. So let's just call it 9,700, 9,750. It's a $50 trading range. You can see where we have a touch point here off of it. We had some areas of consolidation here. We briefly broke it a few times, but we'll come back to it here in a second. You know what? I'll just show it here real quick. This is why I'm telling you it's so critical, guys. Watch your EMA 100 on your daily time scale. Every time we've dipped, it's been our saving grace. And it's right at our 382 right now. But guys, I mean, theoretically, yes, every time we hit it, we have a nice reaction to the upside. I don't like how many touch points and how close we're starting to get to this. We're getting into a very, very sketchy area. But you can see we're hovering right at our 382. Well, like our touch points here, and our EMA 100 on our daily time scale, we are right there. So, as we talked about and discussed on our other streams, you get a flux of a couple in 10 seconds. So, the way I'm playing this, guys, is if we break and we close a daily candle under the EMA 100, which will eventually be the 382, but I'm more focused on our EMA 100. We close it daily under this. I'm gonna go extremely heavy into a short. I'm honestly gonna take a little bit more risk than I normally would with a trade position. The reason why. This is your 0.5 fib that every YouTuber is calling for right now. Everyone's calling for it. The only thing that gives this 0.5 a little bit more say than weeks back when people were calling for it is now you have your EMA 200. So this is going to be the area I'm going to look to cover. So we're at 90. This is about 9,700. We were at 9,600 a few days ago, so she's climbing. We close a daily candle under this. I'm going to go extremely heavy into a short. And I'm going to be looking to cover somewhere around our 0.5. And you can see our EMA 200, which is, this is your purple. Okay? The thing is, though, I don't really want to necessarily say this EMA 100 is going to make or break our bull trend, but I really do, guys. I believe that if we break this EMA 100... I really think Bitcoin's going to be in a we could go into a bearish trend temporarily. Because it would also give the backed buyers with all the institutional money, they're going to get the chance at cheaper Bitcoin. So if we break this, I'm really predicting somewhere around a 20 to 30% correction in Bitcoin. Maybe we bounce right back up. I don't know if we're necessarily going to go to $6,000, $5,000, but I could definitely. So your golden retrace on your fibs. Let's get our brush out. So your 382 to your 618 is your golden zone. This area is where investors find. Usually, you have a bounce off of retracements. Your 382, you can see obviously investors have found areas of value and they've started pushing the price up. When you go in a parabolic move, like we have been. And this isn't even in Bitcoin, but when you go and you have a parabolic move to the upside, generally you retrace 50% before possibly moving back to the upside. And now you have your EMA 200. So this is what we're going to be watching for. It's going to be coming in the coming days, weeks, we'll see. Now, if it gets really bad, guys, your golden retrace, which this is your best retrace. This is honestly where you get some of your most powerful, where buyers really step in and they push up the price, or they at least temporarily stop the downturn, is at your 618. And that's roughly 72, 7,300. But as long as we stay at these levels, that number's it's gonna increase. It's kind of like how the other day our EMA was at 95, and now we're sitting at like what? 97. No, yeah, we're about 9,700 now. So this is how I'm playing the long term as a whole. Your question about 6,000. I mean, yeah, theoretically you could. You could bounce at 6,000. It was a number we held through the bear run. You know, what was it, last year? But like from a fib standpoint, I mean, yeah, you can see it. Let's see here. See if, just because he mentioned the 6,000 line, let's see if let's get my horizontal tool out. It's roughly about right there. So obviously, and see, this is what shocked me the most about it, okay? We've talked about it. When you break support, it becomes very strong, or it breaks resistance. Or I'm sorry, when you break support, it theoretically becomes resistance. The longer you stay under, the more tough it's going to be. I don't know if you guys were around for the bear market last year. This literally held, even if you weren't around, we'll talk about it. It held from February 2018 to November 16th. So, I mean, darn near what? 9-10 months this held. And when we came back to the upside, I mean, look at it. We didn't struggle at all at 6,000. We just went parabolic. We just blew through it like it was nothing, like butter. This was very interesting to me. This is why, if you check my Twitter posts, I haven't seen Mama Bear in a while, but she posted it. I literally had a post on Twitter where I said I'm buying Bitcoin at $3,200. You know, I'm prepared to get wrecked, but we're showing the signs of a reversal. When Bitcoin hits the 12 to 16 RSI on the daily time scale, generally that's the end of the bear market, somewhere between 12 and 16, and we were sitting at like 12 or 13. So all my Bitcoin that I bought at $3,200, just being transparent with you guys, I sold everything at like 56, 5,800. All the Bitcoin that I bought down here, I sold it, you know, 56, 5,800. And then all the Bitcoin that I'm holding now, I bought here at around 74, 7,500. So my streamers account, my long account, this is where I'm holding all my Bitcoin right now. I purchased it all in this area. Sitting at the V2 line, let's check it out. So we have our long term or to medium term. We have a goal. We know what we're looking at. You guys know the trend, or you know what the plan is. Don't forget about. I know a lot of you guys like your scalping, and it's great and all, but if you want the money gains, like the big $300, $400, $500+ moves, this right now should definitely be on your radar. Scalp like a machine, make the quick profits. But if we're looking at the trend as a whole, you know, as I say, or you know, as I've preached, you have to have a trading plan. So we are preparing. So when this situation comes up, we know what to do. You always have to have a plan. Your entries, your exits. How are you going to react? So when the situation's coming up, it's 20% technical and 80% psychological. We're preparing for it now, so we're not freaking out or panicking or questioning ourselves when we get to this point. Have a trading plan. It's very important. Let's go back to our Bybit chart. My break even is around 10.4. Yeah, Gabe. You know, see, we kind of flirted with it on the V2 on our morning stream. We flirted it. It went off with the long, but it never confirmed. That's why I have this trading box, our resistance box right here. Even if we break above 10.2, I don't like how our moving averages are looking right now. This red box is kind of screwing it up. Let's follow the line. So it's our pink. Okay. I saw a cross here, but it's irrelevant because it's your SMA and your EMA. So on the 4-hour perspective, if we can get a little bit of a pop, I'm gonna dial back my my bullishness a little bit. I would be eyeing this area for a possible maybe to take profit if we do a swing long. You can see from here, ever since this was our support, and our EMAs will act as resistance now that we're under it, and you can kind of see it acted as resistance over here as well. So I'm gonna respect it on this, this move up as well. Let's go 4-hour. I only been buying for 3 months. Pop defender, what? So like did you like you've only been bullish the last 3 months, or you just got into Bitcoin like the last 3 months? I wonder, can we? Nope, the angle's too sharp. I was trying to see if any kind of trend line could be drawn, but so let's. Oh, we're back on the cocaine music. I swear, we always seem to hit it at least once in the stream. So let's go to our 3-hour. We're gonna check our AggroCap. This thing has been a scalping machine. Alright, so remember our if you remember your 4-hour, we were talking about the 10,400 area. That's the area I circled where our EMA 100 and 200 are at. This is sitting right at it. So this kind of confirms if we do get a bullish pump from here, I do think this would be the area that I'm kind of eyeing to sell, is somewhere above or around 10,004. If we break above 10,004, I'm gonna put my take profit at 10.4. So if we come down, I'm gonna make sure I exit out in profit. You just got in? Ah, interesting. Say we are going up or down tomorrow. We're gonna make a drastic move. I'm telling you, with the bullish, the quadruple MACD bear or bullish divergence we're showing, and then literally right atop of it, we looked at it at the beginning of the stream. We're going to have a massive move sometime in the next 72 hours. But no, I'm not a crystal ball. I can't tell you like we're going up tomorrow. Right now, we are in uncharted territory. I mean, look at this trading pattern. I mean, we've shown it at the beginning, but I noticed there's some new people coming in. This is an insane trading pattern. You have quadruple MACD bullish divergence. Technically, this is an extremely bullish indicator. But look right above it. You have triple MACD bearish divergence. It's insane. I've literally never seen this. Not on Market Cypher. We are gonna have this is a giant war. There's a giant war going on right now. Let's go to our 5-minute scalper. This thing's been a scalping machine. All right. But man, if you like scalp trading, this thing is literally, I can't believe. I mean, I'm not saying like I didn't believe in it, but It's insane how accurate this thing has been. The trade we had last night was amazing. We should, you know, it's not like these are all like lagging indicators. We watched this all in live trading last night. We were sitting above here in the threes. Where was our trade from last night? It was up here. This was our trade from last night, guys. You know, we watched it in live time in action. You know, this isn't just like it falls and then it's like, oh, I told you so. This isn't a lagging indicator. We had roughly about a $200+ swing to the downside on the short. This thing is amazing for 40 to 80, you know, $100 scalps, but at least 40 to 50 bucks. It's really, really good. I mean, I guess this one was the only one that was a fairly small percentage gain. I guess we went up about $40 on this, but all the other ones have been at least $50, you know, $50, $60, $70. This thing seems to be pretty spot on when it comes to like the $50, $60 scalps. If scalp trading is your thing. Will Aggro be on tonight? He's working tonight, so I'm not sure what he's doing. Hey, Andrew Freeman, thank you. I appreciate it. Bro, check MC on daily. We printing a red diamond. Yeah, I'll check it out. I haven't actually used Market Cipher A in a minute. Because to be perfectly honest, I really actually don't even use Market Cipher A that much. You said we're printing it on the daily? Latin crypto? Oh, I see you. Oh, I see it. It's just small. It's right here. Sorry. I told you guys I have bad eyesight. I don't know where I put my... Oh, yeah, I mowed the lawn. My glasses are dirty. It's like I don't have my glasses on, so... Here's your red diamond you were talking about. If we look at prior price action, you saw it there. Saw it there. Saw it there. So we obviously have pretty decent moves. Right there. See how far this one is. It doesn't look like much, but this is on the daily. 11,400. This looks small, and it's still a $600 bounce to the downside. Or not a bounce, but a drop. Really, Wonderlust? I wonder what I have mine on. I keep having it on the Hike and Ashy ones, but see, it has me on regular candles. Hey, thank you for pointing that out. I didn't even think to check mine. I like the Hike and Ashy candles, but... Kai Zombero. I'm sorry. I really hope I didn't say that wrong. I know I probably did. I haven't honestly found a way to incorporate MCSR. I've never really been like a pivot high, low. You know, I haven't found a way to incorporate it yet. I use MCA and B, but I haven't found a way to use the SR one very well. See, I don't know. Because that's what I originally thought with the Market Cipher SR, but it's really, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really found a correlation between them, between Market Cipher SR and the AggroCap. Because AggroCap actually gives you physical, like, you know, it points down to it. It's not like, I don't know. I've spent a little bit of time on the Market Cipher SR, but let's check it out. Wow. Wonder why that looks like it does. I don't know why it looks like this. Get this back to our applied defaults. See, I don't know why it looks like this. Because at this point, it's going to be off the screen. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this. It's like messing with my charts like insanely. There we go. See, the thing that I had issues with the market cipher SR is you really definitely can't treat these as supports because, you know, like here, if you were to go up, you'd be sitting here and you're like, okay, we're bouncing off, but it doesn't flip as short. It just follows the candle down. This was my only issue with market cipher SR. You know, like with the AggroCap, it flips and it's like, hey, you're going long. This one just follows the candle down and it just kind of, you know, chills with the candle bottoms. And I've watched this one real time. It's interesting though, but I haven't had a lot of time to spend on market cipher SR. I just use A and B pretty much, guys. I don't even see CryptoFace use this one very often. And this is just a bit more cleaner. It's easier to see. Looks like a snake. The AggroCap has more spread range than the V2 if you use them both on a minute. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes like certain charts, they just mess with the, you know, how you're looking at it. It kind of jacks up how close you're looking. But you can see here, if we flip this off and we go to the 4 hour and you flip your, so here, I'm going to actually circle this so you can see what I'm talking about. So I guess that's not a very accurate circle. Here, let me get a better one. We go here to the 4 hour. This isn't used on the 4 hours, so you can disregard that. We put our moving averages on. Look where we're at, guys. It's your EMA 102. So now we break above this. Yeah, if we can break above the EMA 100 and 200 on the 4 hour, because that is the thing about the AggroCap. Let's get this off here. There we go. That is the thing about the AggroCap, especially the 3 hour is amazing at calling not only the resistances, but when you can break it and flip, that's like your big mover. You know how like we were looking at the diamonds? This is kind of the diamond of, you know, AggroCap. If we look, the 3 hour calls much more major moves, but they take longer to happen. So the 3 hour is not so much made for, you know, scalp trading. You know, like here, you called along at 10,000, you know, what is this, 150? We went all the way to 11,000. We confirmed a short position here at 10,300. I mean, man, we went to 9,200. We flipped long here at 9,900. We went all the way to 12,300. We flipped short at 11,300. We went all the way down to 9,400. Went long at 10,250. You went to 11,000. On this one, we had, this is our most latest call. If we make this a little bigger, we flipped short. I know this, I believe it was like 10,008. Yeah, 10,650. I knew it, this was kind of recent. And we hit a low of, I guess we hit 9,700 apparently. Oh, 9,750. So that 3 hour is not so much meant for scalping, but it's much more built for like the longer term trades. Like the bigger gainers, I guess. But no, the AggroCap 3 hour has been absolutely amazing on these larger calls. And we've been talking about the scalping for a while now. So if we zoom in here, I'm going to adjust this back to normal. There we go. I like this a lot better. There you go. But this is on the 5-minute, guys. So, and this is the one it was actually made to use. Well, for the scalper, you have the 5-minute scalper, and then we have our V2, the 1-minute scalper. If you guys like, you know, really close trading scalps, you know, like shorter time frames. We go to the 1 minute. Insane. So like today alone, if you've used the 1 minute scalper, see when this day, God, so many calls. If you like staying busy in day trading or swing trading, scalp, whatever you want to call it, I don't really know what's better, the V2 5 or the V1 5-minute or the V2 1 minute. I mean, because you can just sit here and stay busy all day long. Once you see it flip and you confirm the arrow, you just, you know, you just follow it. Like our more recent one, 10,170. It hit about 10,110. This one's really good for about the, you know, the $40 to $60, $70 scalps. This is like if you really like just sitting in front of the computer and just pounding out trades. Which, you know, I like scalp trading, but you know, unless I'm like in a, you know, crazy trading mood, I usually stick to the 5 minute. Because this one, you really have to be, you know, you have to have your finger on the trigger. Yeah, Vaughn. Check. We have it. We have it updated now. But you get it same day. So like if you get the AggroCap, you also get all the Patreon benefits, like all of them. And you get added to, so all the Patreons, whether it's the lowest tier or the highest tier, you get to participate. We're about this, I think we're gonna vote as a community. We need to start talking about this in the chat, but we are going to start trading competitions between the Patreons. But I will say though, I wouldn't want to face somebody that has the AggroCap, especially with Market Cipher. It's really going to be hard. I wouldn't want to. I want to say they have a bit of an edge, but man, if you have Market Cipher in this, it's really crazy. But yeah, if you want to check it out, yeah, the link is in the description. And on Twitch, it's on the panels as well. But the key thing is, though, if you do use Bitcoin, you know, please private message me on Discord so we can get, because if you do with Bitcoin, you know, it's Patreon's dollars, so we have to set you up manually. So if you do use crypto, just let me know, and we'll get you set up literally within minutes. And you're guaranteed to always have access to AggroCap the same day. So there's no waiting 3-4 days. And honestly, like I said, I do this trading 24/7. And even when I don't, I have my phone with me. So, you know, like last night, I had a few people hit me up at like 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning. You know, that 1 a.m. to 6, 7 a.m. You know, I have to have about 6 hours of sleep. So, is that profitable with fees? I mean, I haven't had issues with it. That's why I use Bybit. Bybit's fees are not that bad. And I guess I haven't really used BitMEX in a while. And that's also why that's why we set support and resistances. because we don't use percentage gains of when to exit. It's like it's like a third. You get 2/3 cheaper exchange rate, or I'm sorry, fees rate, if you set limit orders. So that's why we always talk about, let's get our V1. So like for instance, you have your short. Actually, we need to zoom this out a bit more. I mean, you would set your take profit, like if you short, you would take your cover somewhere near the resistance box, because you're pretty much not guaranteed, but you have a higher likelihood of bouncing off support than just randomly bouncing off some, you know what I mean? That's why we always outline our support and resistances, because if you did want lower fees, just set your take profits or your cover somewhere. I actually usually put them slightly above the take profit, so I make sure I get filled. But generally on each exchange, you get way less fees with limit orders, if you guys didn't know. So let's get this off here. Let's check market cipher. Yeah, the big game, or I'm sorry, the big loom. Yeah, Bybit really isn't bad all day. I'm serious. Like Gabe Mendez, I totally agree. Like I'm not trying. I know I'm a king of Bybit, but I'm serious. I have literally had no issues with fees. Yeah, 528 last trade, only paid. Yeah, the fees on Bybit. That's what I'm telling you guys. Oh man, was there a car crash? Sorry, my phone is blowing up with sports stuff right now. But no, with Bybit, their fees are literally amazing. Especially if you use limit orders, man. And Bybit doesn't have liquidating candles, like freak liquidation candles. The only time I've seen them have a freak liquidation candle was when Kraken went offline, because they used that in their index price and they were sending false data, and it basically threw the Bybit price off. What exchange, if you get liquidated because of a freak candle, they refunded every single person? It's amazing. Like, what exchange would refund your money if you get liquidated? And that's the thing, even like on a normal day, I mean, I've been using Bybit for 6 months. I've never, besides that little occurrence, I've never seen one, it's not like Kraken that you see Litecoin go to 100 to 70 and then back to 90 in a matter of, 5 minutes. I've never seen anything like that. So, I'm trying to keep track of the comments, guys. Both my admins right now, one is saving the planet with his beehive, and the other's at work. So I'm trying to man the chat as best I can. So I do apologize if, there's not links, or, I'm trying to keep track of the comments as best I can. I'm one-manning this tonight. Thank you to all 51 people that have, that are tuning in between YouTube and Twitch. What happened to the people that got a Bitcoin for literally... Did they get to... I'm sorry, what was that, Marcel? What happened to the people that got a Bitcoin for literally a day work? So if you guys have a specific question and for some reason I miss it, I'm really trying to scan this as often as possible. But if it's like an AggroCap or something, you can, I'm looking at my phone now, you can DM me on Discord. But man, I really like this curve. I wish, you know, it's not a parabolic curve though, guys. We're not, this was definitely a parabolic curve, but we broke out of it. So please don't, I know this looks like it's support, but it's not. This is just a representation of the angle that we are trading in. Preferably what you would want to see is maybe we bounce off support one time and then we'll go up. Because we are really speculating on a lower high here. The more days that go by that we sit here not going up, the potential high is going to lower. As you can see, as the days go by, this thing's going to get sharper and sharper. You know, a few days ago, we were at like 11,007 as our potential top. And now, I mean, even if we had a straight, just, you know, green candle, like extremely high, we're now in the 11.3s, the 11.4. I guess we could hit 11.5. If we went straight up. So they have really till the beginning of September. Once we get past September, I mean, if we're going to follow this trend, we're not going to get much over 11.5. And for me to get extremely bullish on Bitcoin, we need to invalidate this high right here. That's very important. If we can invalidate this high, which is roughly at about 12,400, if we can break into the 12.4s, we will break what looks like it could form. This will be the top trend line of a descending triangle, just like our last bear market. So keep that in mind. Yeah. Yeah, Andrew, this is a bearish pattern for sure. This is for sure a bearish pattern. But market makers are all about getting optimal price entries. And this would be a pretty nice area to enter a fat short. So they can make a little bit money on the upside and then cash out. Because obviously if you're a whale, it takes more order book liquidity to exit your positions because you have so much money. I mean, unless you're doing it like the P2P, you know, the stuff that's off exchanges. I know that's where quite a bit of the big orders go through. So we're just kind of ping-ponging in here, chat. We're definitely respecting the bottom of this resistance box. We kind of start breaking into it and then we just get rejected. That's why we have this box here. There's not like a point on the top and bottom that are just exact to the point, you know, the exact dollar amount. So in this box, you are going to be prime at any point, more so emphasizing on the top and bottom. But you could definitely just go in the middle and reject. You could go to the top and reject. Or you could just hit the bottom and reject. That's why we have this box here. And if you can't see it, this goes from roughly about 10,200 to about 10,003. If we can break that, the next area I'm really expecting is, you know, 10,004, 10,005. That's where you really start seeing these touch points kind of cluster up. Especially once you get into the fives. You could see it going to 11K, maybe 11.5. Yeah, Gabe, yeah. These liquidating candles, they happen on everything. Or not everything, but like Kraken. You know, Kraken has them, BitMEX has them. I don't even use Poly. See, when I first got into crypto, I tried forming a Polynex account. But I'm not even joking. I submitted 5-6 identification claims where I sent pictures of my license. Oh, we can't read it. We can't read it. And they took like a week to verify it. So finally I was just like, you know what? After 4 weeks of waiting, I was just like, all right, I'm done with Polynex. And then when I heard, what was it, JP Morgan owns Polynex now? There's a giant bank that owns Polynex. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I am done. So I don't use Polynex. And I definitely don't use Kraken. Yeah, we moved $17 the last hour. Hey, It's the king of Bybit magic. We have the power to make Bitcoin completely stagnant. Alright, just making sure. Banks own all exchanges. Yeah, it's very possible. Maybe everything's corrupt. We're about to get into conspiracy theories. I already feel it. Which if you don't know already, I love conspiracy theories. Like, have you heard that, like, that Epstein guy, like all the conspiracy theories that have came off of that, like off of Reddit? I've heard so many conspiracy theories with that Epstein guy. It makes you really wonder, did the establishment kill him because he had so many secrets? You know, we don't get into politics or anything like that here unless they have to do with crypto, but, or, you know, like the stock market, but very interesting. Even silver moves more. Yeah. Yep, this is the king of Bybit magic. So don't start high leveraged positions because you're going to be paying interest on nothing. Just playing around, guys. But this is what I posted. This is what we're kind of watching here on the 1 hour. And we're looking a little red here. Are we going to form a trigger wave, chat? Are we going to form a trigger wave on Market Cypher? I wonder, can you see the trigger wave? I want to see if you can look at the trigger wave on, so if you don't have Market Cypher. Jesus criminy, that is small. Oh, because we're on the 5 minute, no wonder. Can we see trigger waves on the... Yeah, doesn't look as pretty. On your regular MACD, you definitely can't see it as well. Actually, you can't see it at all. How does our quadruple and triple MACD bearish, bullish, you know what we were looking at? See, you can definitely, let's get our trend line tool out. I'm serious. Whoever showed me this, because my eyesight was so bad I couldn't even see it in the corner. Seriously, thank you so much. My eyesight is so bad. There was no way I was going to see that little crook, you know, that little icon to click on the corner. Game changer. So you can see you have your high, a lower high, a lower high. This is your bullish momentum. On the downside, you have your high, you have your anchor, your lower, and this little bitty guy we're kind of forming right here. If we can form something like this, I think we could have a nice push for Bitcoin. We just need volume. We just need volume. So maybe we hit $10,000 and have a nice bounce. We have a fake out. Because you could definitely, I mean, man, you could probably even hit maybe 9,950, 10,000, and you could still make a lower high in bearish momentum. I'm just showing you guys both perspectives in case you don't have Market Cypher. You're not alone. You know how to do this. This is your MACD, guys. Just in case for all the newer people here, or if you're new to trading. Wait, if they kill McAfee. Oh, man. Aggro said he'll be in about an hour and a half. Okay. You don't think he's dead? Okay, I'm reading your stuff now. Gold King, if you love conspiracy theories, gives a Death Star, Joseph P. Farrell. All right, for sure. Dude's a genius. Aggro will be here in an hour and a half. Alright. I am going to... I've never actually done this, so bear with me, guys. Oh, that's trippy. I want to try to create a straw poll. We're going to get a consensus in the chat if we are bullish or bearish. So, but I can't sit here and count every post that says bullish or bearish. So I'm going to look into starting a straw poll. Give me just a second, guys. You know what? I might actually just use my phone. I don't want to overload my computer right now. I'm on my laptop. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this on my phone. I'll create the straw poll. Wait a minute, breaking news. Oh, okay, never mind. That's not. I still can't believe Craig Wright has to give back 50% of his Bitcoin. How do I know Aggro? It's just kind of like how crypto brought us together. You know, just like I know all of you guys. I'm about supporting positive projects and good people. And Jubbin, he's a good guy. His entire team is. But no, it's kind of like how we all know each other. Alright, there we go. I don't know why that was just popping up. So I'm creating a straw poll now, guys. How can I add it to my charts? It's a third-party indicator. You would have, so if you're interested, I don't know why this isn't shrinking. One second, I'm fixing this. It's on our Patreon, so it looks like you're on YouTube. It would be in the description below. It's part of the Patreon package. Alright, we're about to have a straw poll, guys. Give me 2 seconds. This is so different being, you know, I'm by myself. I have no admins. I need Armacida or Jubbin. Your question. Bullish or bearish? All right, I got it. All right, guys. Straw poll. You know what? I think it'd be easier here. We're just kind of chilling, guys. Right now, Bitcoin is literally doing nothing. We're still at 10,160, the same number we started at. But no, if you're, just because I've gotten some interest, you know, and I'm trying to keep up with your questions, it's all in the Discord. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we have it in the Discord as well, but it's in the Patreon if you're talking about AggroCap. We're going to create this live. You'll see me do it. It's a little bit easier than me because I don't have Restream on my phone. And this allows it to where I can have Twitch and you guys. Twitch and YouTube. Wow, I don't think I spelled that right. All right, we got this. We're about to. I'm sharing it now in the Wow, really? I'm sharing it now in the comment section, so I hate these things. There you go. All right, guys, start voting. Just overall, based on the 4 hour. So when okay, this is 9,800. Do you think we see 9,800 first or 9,400 when you're voting bullish or bearish? This is like a $300 plus or minus. God, I don't even know. If we didn't have the triple MACD bearish divergence on top of the quadruple MACD bullish divergence, I would definitely, I mean, whatever, I mean, if we didn't have one or the other, I would be going to the other side, but whatever. I'll stay Switzerland in this right now. All right, we're watching this live. We'll come back to this in a little bit. We'll call it at 8:45. So we have you guys have 12 minutes to vote. So there's no cheating. Like if we just start tumbling in price or climbing. Based on the 1 hour, I kind of want to go bullish, but $12 votes, all right. Neutral. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So we got 4 bearish, 6 neutral, 2 bullish. All right, 12 votes, guys. We're calling it at 8:45, so we have 11 minutes. I should also, you know, it goes for all the Patreons. I need to create a straw poll. Maybe it would be easier while you all are online, but for what our first competition should be. Because the Patreon, a lot of it goes back to you guys. Not only is it to help me, but it's so I have the ability to give back to you guys through trading competitions or whatever games we choose. So I would like to shoot some ideas with you. Maybe we can come up with what the first competition should be. And once we pick the game or the competition, what are the rules going to be set for it? Because I think it would be fair, you have to post the Bitcoin or whatever you're going to be trading with, so you can't just deposit Bitcoin and, you know, automatically win and outgain everybody. We'll need to pick something. Do you think Craig Wright will crash the market? I don't know, honestly. I don't know how to feel about Craig Wright. I mean, I don't like him, I can tell you that, but alright, are we having a little bit of a dip here? Let's go to our 1 hour. Let's see if we can see this divergence on the 1 hour. It's definitely not as nice. It's not as nice with this right here. Now, the 2 hour looks extremely good if you're going on the bull side right here. Are we on Bybit? I was like, I wonder if Bybit's having issues with TradingView right now. The price isn't updating. We'll figure it out. This seems to happen with TradingView every once in a while. We might need to pick a different exchange to do our charts on. So we're looking good here. 2 hour looks really nice actually. Check the 3 hour. I guess we don't even have the 3 hour. We have the 6 hour. Let's see what we look like on here. Well, 6 hour. We're building momentum though. This is more short term, but overall, you're way below your anchor wave. So the 6 hour actually doesn't look too hot for Bitcoin. Let's go to our 12 hour. Yeah, 12 hour even makes it look worse. The higher time frames are actually just screaming bearish right now. The 12 hour, the 6 hour. I mean, I guess we are just, no, that's more neutral. I was like, you might be a little higher than this, but no, you're neutral. Must have been. I've been frozen for a few minutes and even tried. Yeah, still nothing. Yeah, Marcel, I totally agree. I don't even know if he holds this Bitcoin. And honestly, if I'm not mistaken, I think he had to like show his Bitcoin wallets. Like I think he had, I mean, granted, that doesn't mean he doesn't have one hiding with all this Bitcoin, but I think, there's this legal gray area with Bitcoin. Like if he all of a sudden started dumping and he had to show his holdings, I don't know if they could prove that on him if he didn't disclose the Bitcoin wallet. It's such a confusing, crypto and our current tax and legal system, it's so confusing. And I don't even know if he holds that Bitcoin. And if you think about it, everything pretty much follows, well, I say all coins, they haven't lately, but everything follows in Bitcoin. If he holds Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, which guarantee he does, he's the or the CEO, whatever you call of it, I don't think it'd be in his best interest to dump Bitcoin. But at this point, who cares? He probably just wants to cash out. He could care less about his project. I don't know. It's such a tricky situation. This price action's very organic, yeah. XBT USD, yeah. Looks like you might check your trading view now. We're back. Your Bybit charts on TradingView, they're live now. But if we go to our 5, I had someone say, was it the 1 minute? Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up with your messages. Look at the 1 minute. All right, let's look at our 1 minute. Wow, look how off that is. That's probably because of the delay in charts. You short a candle that's not even there. I think that slight delay in information kind of screwed up. Let's check our V2. So we had our initial dump. I say dump, it was the one. This is going to be a little jacked up because of the charting issue, but 10,156. Yeah, this is one of the more smaller gains. This is actually the smallest scalp it did of the day if you go back. Generally, when I day trade, I do like this 1 minute scalper. I do for sure. But the 5 minute V1 is the one I really stick to when it comes to the AggroCap. But right now, it's really jacked up. There's a whole candle missing right now. Do you see what I'm looking at, chat? I mean, there's just an entire candle missing. Did we moon and I missed it? Which indicators are leading and which are lagging? Yeah. Hey, A1 Star Stud, how you doing? Had a buy the dip. Hey Gabe, is BD, is that buy dip or like buy the dip? If he had so much, he would be in a Mexican cartel or Russian mob dungeon until he surrenders his Bitcoin. Yeah. he'll be like John McAfee in his aluminum foil tent. Do you follow John McAfee's Twitter? He's literally like in this like confined aluminum foil so like no signals can get to him. It's like, it is so funny. And he had this video I posted on my Twitter. He had this chair he was rocking in. And I'm like one of the people, I don't notice things until someone just like points it out, like, you know, like a feature on somebody's face. And then after they point it out, it's like the only thing I can look at. Well, his chair, someone's like, man, you got to get some WD-40. He's in this like aluminum foil and the creaking of the chair, it was hilarious. But no, he's literally in this like aluminum foil tin can confinement place right now. So he's so worried about people pinging his location. John loves Coke as much as I do. Yeah, hey, if we would have known the dang the information was gonna lag out, yeah, for sure. Checking Discord now, just making sure I didn't miss any of your all messages. Should be about another hour. All right. Sorry. All right, Jubbin's on his way home. All right, so you know, for the people, I'm trying to, you know, between the chat and then my Discord private messages, I'm really trying my best, guys. I really apologize if you've messaged me. I promise, I'm not ignoring you. It's just kind of hard to focus on the charts, the comments, and then, you know, I notice I'm getting some Discord comments, so I'm really trying to keep up. His world, the perception levels of he must see no one sees the world like he does. Yeah. Normally you can make a chart resync with a double click on the price scale if you missed a candle. Let's see. Do we get it back here? Let's check it out. Oh shoot, it's not what I wanted. Set back to normal. Apply defaults. There we go. Yeah, it's still missing. Let's refresh it. Let's just do a refresh. Alright. So, the straw poll has ended. Is this official? It's probably not going to let me vote. Let's see. Well, hey, now that we know it's bearish, I'm joking. Check the results. I didn't press the vote button, so. All right. So the consensus is in. We are tied. We are between neutral and bearish. We had 6 votes for bearish, 6 votes for neutral, and we have 3 bullish people in here. Interesting stuff, guys. Thank you for everyone that participated. It's just the easiest way, instead of me trying to like read, oh, bullish, you know what I mean? It's easier for me to look at it like this with the straw poll than trying to count each individual, comment. Ugh. Yeah, Aggro is on his way. Yeah, I saw that, Gabe. He messaged me. Trading View showed 10,090 for a moment. Yeah, Gizmo. No need to apologize. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of struggling with the messages. I'm trying to keep up on with as much as possible. I'm really trying to keep up. But thank you for all 55 people watching, between YouTube and Twitch. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't, especially if you're new, whether you're on Twitch, it's in the comments, or not comments, but the panels, or in the description below. If you're on YouTube, if you want a community that's about education and supporting you, consider joining our Discord. We have a lot of amazing people in there. You can post your TA charts. There's a news section. You can post your profit logs so we can support you on your wins. No matter the tier, here very soon we are about to start a Patreon night, or just a Patreon trading competition, where everybody that contributes to the stream, I can give back to you guys through competitions and fun games. And it's actually real crypto prizes, not just, a pat on the back like, congratulations, So I figured we'd probably start on Monday. I think the Patreon, because they don't even start till the 1st of the month. So we'll give it till Monday. But till then, we need to figure out. We'll probably do a straw poll here, a little bit later. We'll figure out what we should start out for our first competition. I was thinking like our first Patreon competition. Maybe we can do like a $50 prize, like $50 in Bitcoin. What do you guys think? Would you be down? Would you guys participate? It doesn't matter what tier you're in on Patreon. I think $50 would be enough to get people. I want it to be worthwhile. I don't want you guys to risk your money and then like, oh, here's $5. Good job. Like it's not really worth it. We'll figure it out. But I think as a first competition, I think $50 is pretty reasonable. But that's really what the Patreon does. It not only helps support me so I can keep the lights on and be here 24/7, but it allows me to not just be able to engage with you, but I learned this in sports, guys. Even if you're a rookie trader, if you are in the same game as people that are maybe better than you or more experienced, it's gonna up your game. I always hated playing the crappy teams that were like 0-5 because they were easy. I want to play the undefeated teams. I want to play the ones that have the highest level, that are just super good, because even if you fail, you're gonna be learning things and be pushing yourself each time. And even though you might lose, you're going to be getting better, if that makes sense. I was huge into sports. And, I don't know if you guys are the same way. But you don't know what you're doing enough? Yeah. But BD. Hey, Tom Brady, what is BD? Is it to buy the dip? How's the kids? Yeah, I know. Like, I always had this joke with Tom Brady, and he was like, man, how do you type on your phone or the computer with all those Super Bowl rings on your finger? Blood diamond, blood diamond. Let's try that. Said a blood diamond. What time frame is the blood diamond on? Hey, he's here. I wonder if you guys signed into the Restream link. I wonder if you would see all the messages. Like, cause there's like a Restream button. I know it's on YouTube. I wonder if you guys were to click that, if you could see all the Twitch and YouTube comments like I can. Whoa, what is this? I just want to see if this whole album's gonna be like that. There you go. You'll find a fan. I'm not a huge techno with like random gibbering and singing. Not a huge fan. Six hour? Okay. Oh man, that sucks. I don't have the 6 hour. I haven't upgraded TradingView yet, guys. I don't have the 6 hour. Be like that one night. Oh, we threw a buy signal on the 17-minute. That's right. I was on like kites. I was like, man, what? You know, what is so specific about those time frames? You know, it's awesome. I just like to see how other people trade. It's interesting. Check out the 41-minute. Alright, it's making me log back in like it always does. I know it's annoying, guys. I don't know why it makes my invite-only links disappear. Or my invite-only scripts whenever I'm on TradingView too long. If I'm on it for more than like 2-3 hours, it just logs me out. Alright. And nicotine. Some caffeine and nicotine. Yeah, I was about to say, before every stream, I drink a cup of coffee and I take some Kratom. Before every stream, I take it in the morning before I go live, and then I take it at night before I go live. I'm a huge advocate of Kratom. Last time I did nicotine, someone gave me a cigarette and I was like, well, I guess I'll see. And I took like 2-3 hits off the cigarette and I threw up for like 3 hours. I can't do that stuff. The 3 hour and the 60-minute for sure. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's kind of showing the same thing. So this is your 3 hour. This is your first one, Gizmo. I believe that was you. Let me double check. 3 hour, 60-minute. Okay, so this is your 3 hour. We are starting, but look here, we are popping our head in the red here. And then here's your 60-minute. get him out. Oh, all right. We're at a make or break it point. I bet we're gonna fill this in, guys. For a second there, I was about to say maybe we're gonna form a trigger wave, but I don't know about this, guys. I'm kind of feeling dumpish all of a sudden. I guess we could still have our trigger wave right here. Man, this is so tricky. It is so tricky. I know we've talked about it. I don't mean to be repetitive, but this is amazing. I have never seen triple MACD bearish divergence on top of quadruple MACD bullish divergence. This is insane. I mean, this is psychological warfare when it comes to a trader. Like, what are you supposed to do here? The only thing I can say is to rely on the shorter time frame so you'll be able to catch this move in whatever direction. This is going to dump or pump so hard. Yeah, I agree, Weed Feast. How do you take kratom? You make tea? I don't really... what I do is if you take turmeric with kratom, it kicks in a lot harder. But I just take it like a shot. I put some liquid in my mouth, and then I just put the kratom on a piece of paper. I take like 4 to 5 grams at a time, and I just dump it in my mouth and swallow. And it's a brother to the caffeine plant, so if you drink it with caffeine, like especially a cup of coffee or an energy drink, it kicks in really hard. And not only that too, but if you take turmeric, especially if you have like the pepper turmeric, because that's actually a cure. There's a lot of people that say pepper and turmeric are a cure for cancer and disease. If you take pepper and turmeric with kratom, it kicks in really, really hard. Same with if you take like pain medicine. If you take it with turmeric, it's going to kick in harder. If you don't know, I have a severely torn meniscus, and 40 to 50% of all the cartilage in my left knee is gone from sports. So that's why I take kratom, but it has a pretty nice buzz to it. But honestly, it helps my pain relief, and I was on tramadol for a long time for my knee, and that stuff just had so many horrible side effects. I just wanted to get off of it, so I started taking kratom. And honestly, kratom works a lot better for my knee pain. And not only that, kratom, like if you have a job that it's like physically demanding, or like you're a waiter and you have to deal with people, kratom has a really nice like caffeinated type buzz. So if you have like anxiety, like I'm telling you, I'm not even on anxiety medicine anymore. It's completely cured me. I say cured me, it takes all my anxiety away. So it's like a double combo. I don't need pain medicine anymore, and I don't need my anxiety medicine. Kratom's some really good stuff. Turmeric is awesome. Oh yeah, for sure. 10,096. So let's go to our AggroCap. So we did throw our short signal here about 10,130, 10,140. This is like literally moments before the chart decided to die. Right into here. Telling you, AggroCap, especially the V1 5-minute. Well, I mean V1 as a whole, but V1 and V2, if you are a scalp trader or you want something to help confirmation with market cipher, it's literally insane. Let's see how this plays out. What's our... Let's see what our V... Actually, I want to say our V2 1 minute caught it even sooner. Let's check. Boom. So we threw our short signal at roughly 10,150, 10,140. Started, that's why you don't panic. We went up just a little bit, and then boom to the downside. Just when a signal goes off, that doesn't mean it's seconds from happening and you're going to drop. And it's like, you know, nothing is guaranteed. I mean, granted, it's insanely accurate. I don't even think this thing is missed a call. You've only, I mean, I guess the worst call it had is it did a short signal and you went down like $40. And that's still great. I don't know what the fees are on a lot of exchanges, but I've had other people vouch for it. I use Bybit, and I've had no issues with the fees when it comes to scalp trading. I mean, this is something I've done. I've been a full Bybit user for 6 months, but you know, scalp trading is really what I've, especially since I've entered cryptocurrency. I've just been scalp trading like crazy since January 2017. Let's look at our normal MACD. Oh, of course, right when it loads, I push the refresh button. It'll be up here in just a second, guys. $10,085. All right. So let's look at our normal MACD. I have to say the 6 hour and the 12 hour are insanely bearish. This is your 12 hour. This is your 6 hour. Oh, we're back to the cocaine music, guys. Oh yeah. Stuff cracks me up. I've heard this so many times. We're getting a little bit of a bump up here, but the scalp was beautiful. We hit $10,080 and it went off about $10,050, so that's about a $70 scalp. That's like the 6th or 7th major scalp it's had today. And once again, this is why we have our support boxes up, and this is why it's a no trade zone, especially more so for shorting. Let's go to our 4 hour. Let's get our indicators off. I guarantee you we bounced pretty much right off the box.
Let me tell you something about Coke. I can tell you.
Damn music.
It gives you a lot of pleasure.
You can see we bounced right off of it. He literally hit right off the top of this box and bounced. So that's why we talk about, if you did take that short signal, that's why we teach the technical analysis, how to come up with support and resistances. I like to put my cover positions a little higher than support in case we don't perfectly go down and touch it. I don't know why this thing keeps coming up. It's so annoying. There you go. That's why I like to set my, so if we have our support box, I want to put my take profit somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in this little area. Or at least if you go into this box. Like, let's just say we went down into our support box. And we start going back up in a short, I would put my take profit. So if we hit this, I'm at least going to exit in profit. So we entered our short here. Let's just say we did. We'd go down, let's say, and you know, you'd be holding our profits. And as you get down into this box, you can move that number up. But you want to make sure that you get your profit out. There's nothing worse than being, curb the FOMO. Curb the FOMO and control the greed. So if you go in this box, it just really matters on how low you get. If you start getting really low, like let's say you start getting close to the bottom, I would honestly put my take profit somewhere in the middle of this box. Like somewhere in the middle. You want to make sure you get out in profit. Oh. I needed that off because we don't need it on the 4 hour. Stock market. Call the Bitcoin CEO, the board, and tell them to pump Bitcoin immediately. Yeah, get on the phone. Definitely. BitMEX fees higher than Bit. Oh yeah, Gizmo 99. You're spot on. Yeah. How many times can we hit that box? Very spooky. Yeah. I'm more worried about this. That's why I'm saying before I mean, guys, you can scalp this. We've done it all. I mean, we've talked about it, especially if you have the AggroCap indicator. You can scalp the heck out of this price movement. But when we're talking about a major short, I'm eyeing the top of this or the bottom of this box, guys. We go to the daily, you know, we're going to go back into it. I mean, the CMA 100, guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to go extremely heavy if we can close a daily under this. If we close a daily, not just under this box, the support, but this EMA 100, I'm telling you, even if we went to our 0.5 we looked at 8,500, I mean, seriously, guys, you're looking at a $1,200 drop. $1,200. I'm taking that bet. Even if we just drop down to 9,000, let's just say we continue this trend. Even though the trend this time, you won't have your moving average to save you. You're solely relying on your technical indicators. Like, you know, if we were to bounce off like 9,080, 9,002. So if we go into the 9,000s and we start looking sketchy, like we could get a nice bounce, I'm going to put my take. So like, let's say we have a nice sell-off. We hit 9,000, but it's looking like the bulls are going to step in. I'm putting my take profit at 9,300. I'm not going to go through a $1,500 15-minute bullish candle again. That's why take profit is so important. I knew so many people that got wrecked on that. Remember that dip we had where we were in the lower 9,000s and we literally pumped like $1,300 in like 10-15 minutes? I know a ton of people that got wrecked on that. Long now or you won't get to heaven when you die. I'm betting big with a 50x short if that happens. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to do a 50x short, but I'm going to go pretty heavy with my long account. I'm just going to guess, Marcel, you said you? No. We're two in between. I mean, yes, I guess we could technically, if we wanted to sit here and do $40 scalps, $60 scalps. I want to see this price action. I don't like trading into trends, and this is rare. I mean, seriously, I know we've talked about it many times. I have never seen this trading pattern before. Triple MACD, bearish divergence. On top of quadruple MACD bullish divergence. Literally on top of each other. Okay, I guess you could say this invalidates it. So let's make it simple. You have triple MACD bullish divergence under triple MACD bearish. I mean, it's, you know what I mean? This is neutral. I don't know what to expect on this. I'm a risk reward trader, guys. The risk in trying to guess, it's like flipping a coin. Do you want heads or tails? I mean, that's a really accurate assumption with this. So the only thing that I would say to maybe get a head start on this kind of a pattern is look at your lower time frame so you can catch it. Let's check the 1 hour. That's the one I posted before we went live. Man, so you totally, on that little dip we just had, we invalidated the possible, you know, it looks like we were trying to form a mini trigger wave. But look at the red, guys. We're gaining. It's gaining strength here. The thing you could kind of hope for is maybe, I mean, man, it's just not the trigger wave you really want to see. I mean, technically, you know, we've had this from the beginning. You maybe could have a trigger wave here, but that's not a good looking trigger for a bullish pattern. I guess if you're asking me which way, I'm kind of leaning a little bit bearish now, but so if we're gonna try to catch this, we looked at our 15, you could kind of see this. This is why we had that little sell-off. We dropped a whole $50, but man, the volume is just so pitiful right now. It's hard to tell you what direction. That's why I'm saying there's a lot of risk in this position right now, because I think it's just going to be a whale. If a market, so if buyers are not, if the price isn't moving, it's because the buyers are not stepping up and they don't see areas of value. So the market will artificially, they will find buyers by dipping in the price to see where people are going to step in and start buying Bitcoin. So if the buyers are stagnant or under resistance, the market will find ways to create buyers, and that's by dipping in price. On the really near term, I mean, you did pop a buy signal here. You did buy a green dot on Market Cipher, but you know, like we emphasized, don't just hop on the first green dot. You want confirmation. So we're really going to be paying attention to the shorter time frames here. Satoshi equals God. Throw Satoshis in the plate every Saturday, Sunday. Just drop a nano ledger. I'm bearish, but I'm bearish, but I'm long anyways because I don't want to insult God. That's great. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some cool updates to the stream. You'll see them in the stream. I would think they would be ready by the morning stream tomorrow. We're gonna fix the confusion with the whole USD crypto, you know, with the AggroCap. We're gonna get all these. We're gonna make it as easy as possible. So, because not only is it easier for you, but as a, you know, for me, it's just easier. You know, when everything's solid. So, sorry guys. The kind of, I don't know if you saw it in the Discord. There might be a 5-minute period I need to go and put something in the microwave. I'm getting kind of light. I was so busy today, I didn't even have time to eat. I'm starting to get actually a little bit lightheaded with the lack of food. So I might pop something in the microwave for like 5 minutes. I'll come back and sit down till it's done. But there might be a little 10-minute period where I'm gone for 30 seconds or a minute to put something in the microwave and then obviously to go get it. But I'm getting starving, guys. But we're definitely not going offline. So we'll just keep it on the chart. When they rolled the stone away and found Jesus had resurrected, the only thing left behind was his nano ledger. Jesus. Jesus. Huh? Who?
I still want the things that you are not prepared to give.
How you doing, Armacida?
Or maybe it's just 'cause I don't know
Armacida's here to save humanity.
what can get blown up.
He seriously has an amazing bee farm. I mean, I don't know if you know, but if we did not have bees, there would be nothing to pollinate our crops. And with all the dramatic weather changes from humanity, the population of bees are just being decimated. And there's going to be a crisis when there's nothing to pollinate our crops. I think I want a pot pie. Yeah, the big ones. Thank you. So, you know, thank you for all. We almost have 60 people watching now between YouTube and Twitch. You know, it's Tuesday, so it's a Tuesday night now, and you guys could be doing anything but you're here. So, you know, I appreciate it. And if you haven't already, I highly recommend, whether it's the description on YouTube or the panels down below. If you haven't joined our Discord, I highly recommend it. We're all about self-improvement as a trader. We have so much stuff to offer. You know, you have your profit logs, if you know, so we can support you on your wins. If you're a chart guru like me, and many people in our community, you have a TA section. You can post as many charts as you want. We have a crypto news section. I mean, there's just so much our Discord, and I'm going to find time, because all my free time I'm pretty much streaming. We've been averaging about 5 to 7 hours of streaming every day. I am going to start my educational series, I promise. Maybe one of these days I need to just, maybe we shorten up the morning stream, or I postpone it a little bit to the afternoon, so I can have time to do those. Because I really want people, especially that don't have the money for Market Cipher or AggroCap, where you can utilize, because guys, I use the traditional indicators for a long time. You know, your MACD, your Fibonacci, your RSI, your volume, and how you can take all those and come up with a trade setup that has the highest, the lowest risk, and, you know, the highest reward. Yeah, that's awesome. The crops are killing the bees. That's awesome. But no, that's so awesome. But he has a bee farm, he has a mining crypto farm. He's just an awesome person. The bee thing is just really cool to me, though. You know, because if you've been here for a while, you know I'm very passionate about animals. You know, and things that I basically that can't really speak for themselves. Like, I'm huge, and you know, I love my dogs. You know, I have 3 dogs, a cat. I have a 50-gallon fish tank. I just love animals, fish, you know what I mean? I'm just really passionate about, you know, that's my passion outside of, you know, charts. I like spending time outside with Mother Nature, going to dog parks. I have a 6-toed Siamese cat. All right. 10,130. Let's get the AggroCap the 5-minute on. So we have the 5-minute. I don't know why. I need to figure this error out. I'll get it fixed, guys. There we go. Let's get these off so you can see it. Here we go. So maybe we can flip to a long if we break over 10,140 and close. We would need to close a 5-minute candle before we confirm it. But just to show you the spot on calls, you had your short here, 10,080. You went down to about 10,100. You flipped long at about 10,125, 10,130. We went to about 10,200. We had our short call just literally moments ago at 10,145, 10,140. We hit a low of 10,080. So this thing is really good at, you know, $50, $70, $80 scalps. The 3-minute is, but if you like the more long-term plays, you want the more, you know, $300, $400 swings. 3-hour has you as well. It has you too. Had your long over here at 9,700. We hit a high of 12,000. like 300, 200. We broke this support. We flipped a short. You went short at 11,370. So 11,370, we hit a low of 9,500. Major short play. So if you like scalps, you like more long-term plays, this has everything. So you had that major play, had a little bit of recovery. We broke our resistance line. We curved, or we confirmed at 10,000, let's just say 375. We hit just about 11,000. Then you flip short at the top of this wick. You can see it's pointing right at the top of it at 10,634. We hit a bottom of 9,758. And now we're just kind of waiting for the next move. This thing really has it all. I really, really enjoy it. A farm of ranch big landowners fill it. Yeah. Yeah, Marcel. What's the dream? Yeah. I've always said, I mean, granted, my grandpa said it would be a bad idea, but I've always thought it would be so cool to own like a fenced in 100-acre, because I already, our family, we already owned like, I want to say it's a 70-acre farm. There's no animals on it though, so it's not really a farm. It's more like land. I think it would be so cool to just have like a place where all these dogs could be well taken care of. And then like people, it could be like a petting zoo. You could pay like $1 and you could have access to the entire ranch or the farm. And you would literally just see the dogs. I mean, there's so much stuff out there. Deer, there's turkeys. But then my grandpa brought up a good fact. He's like, well, you realize dogs would not be domesticated and they would turn back to their wild instincts and it would just become and it's a good point. They would probably turn into like a wild pack of coyotes fighting each other, and it would be a bad idea. But no, a perfect life for me is, I'm a simple person. I just want to, I like the newer style, open floor plan houses, but one in the country. I want farms so I can go run my dogs, and I can go outside and I don't have a neighbor looking at me. I have a nice pond or something. I can go fishing. I'm a pretty simple person. I live in Kansas, but one of my favorite things is I like taking my dogs to the Colorado, the Rocky Mountains, and going climbing, or like walking up the mountain. I just like stuff that has to do with Mother Nature. It kind of gets, you guys know the feeling if you're scalp traders. It can kind of feel robotic every day, sitting here staring at charts. Sometimes it's nice to actually feel human and part of Earth and going out and, doing stuff that's outside. How much costs 100 acres in Kansas? No shapes in the dream yet? Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. It's been passed down in the family down to me. The farm that was handed down to me, we've had it since like the 70s, like 1975. We've had this land in our family's name and it's already paid off. We own about 72 acres, 75 acres. I have no idea. I didn't have to pay for it. It's literally just been paid off from the family and it's just been handed down to me. Oh yeah, definitely. Or shoot, man, maybe I need to bring Armacida up to my place and I'll fund a complete 70-acre bee farming ranch. We'll farm 70 acres worth of bees. It's like millions? Aw, yeah. Really, Marcel? Dang. Yeah, I'm not sure technically what the dollar value would be per acre. I want to say it's like close to like $1,000 an acre where we're at. So it'd maybe be worth 70 to 100,000 maybe. But I'm definitely not selling it. That family's been, there's been so many generations of people that, you know, of my family that have been on that farm. And it used to be a horse farm. So, and the fact I was like the only family member to get it handed down to, it's just, you know, it's an honor. So I really want to respect the land. But I got to be careful though. Because I took my dog out there, and I had a dog that we took out to the farm years ago, and he actually ended up getting bit by like a copperhead, and he ended up passing away. So I haven't really been back there often. And that dog was like my best friend, so it was pretty rough. So we stay away from the creek there. I think it's like filled with, I know there's copperheads there, but I don't think we have water moccasins here in Kansas. I don't think it's warm enough. That's hey, Prop Defender, that's just a rough estimate. I believe it's about $1,000 an acre. But no, I tried doing stuff out there, and I went to go run my dogs, and my dogs just love running through the water. And after my dog passed away, literally at the farm, and it was a pretty, you know, I don't want to talk about it, but it was pretty rough how he passed. You know, we were just playing by the water, and he ended up having a bad seizure, and you know, we noticed after he passed, he had a big old snake bite on him. So I haven't been back there since. But no, we have a 70-acre farm. I'd like to do something out there, but 70 acres would be $1 million here easy. Wow, that's crazy. $1 million? Dang. Thank you. Here it's like 350 €1 a square meter. See, I don't know what the dollar conversion is to a euro. I'm gonna check my... So here in a second, guys, I'm gonna put this on the 5-minute chart. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'm gonna go grab my food out of the microwave, and I'm gonna go grab a drink. But it should literally take me like 3 minutes. I'll be gone. But I will keep us on our chart. So let's pull this back up. But I need to go use the restroom pretty severely. Alright, here we go, chat. Checking something on my email, then I'm gonna go, literally, I'll be gone for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Trying to see if my, freaking... So remember that kratom that we ordered yesterday? It's supposed to be showing up to my house tomorrow. It's so fast. That Kraken supplier, it's insanely fast how quickly it comes. Yep, expected delivery Wednesday. Perfect. Don't poop yourself. Alright, guys. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'm going to grab my food out of the microwave and a drink. Seriously, give me like 3 minutes. I'm going to put this chart up, and I'm going to put it full screen mode for you. This is the 5-minute chart. So give me about 5 minutes. So this is the actual 5-minute V1. So BRB. All right. All right. Did I miss anything? Got my pot pie. The aliens attack? Damn. I must be lucky. It's funny though. There was always this big theory. I always heard it growing up. But we're like 100 miles, or we're about 80 miles from Leavenworth, Kansas. We had a huge like army base, and there was always this conspiracy theory that there was like hundreds of nuclear bombs that we ended up burying underneath the ground. This has just been something I've been told my whole life. There's been this huge conspiracy theory that other countries know this, and so it sounds dumb to bomb like Kansas, but they would actually detonate on top of Leavenworth, Kansas, because there's all those bombs underneath the ground. Like, I have heard that. I mean, it's a pretty well-known fact around here. I don't know if it's true. Not a fact, but it's not like something that's just spread across, you know, from our family. But they left ETH. Make sure it's on. Oh, you've heard of it? So, okay, I'm glad it's not just me then. Sounds like someone wants Kansas nuked. Hey, no, I don't know. I hope not. There's literally nothing here. We ride kangaroos down under. See, that's the place I want to visit next. I really want to visit Australia, but I've heard it's just insanely expensive. I've heard it's crazy expensive to visit Australia. Oh, dang. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Should be on now. But no, in Kansas, we have... Someone said about the bucks that we have here. The property that we own is in McLeod, Kansas, and we had trail cams set up because we were trying to catch these poachers. They were coming onto our land and just they were basically killing the deer and cutting their heads off or their antlers, and they would just leave the body. So we set trail cams up to catch them, and we seriously spotted a 23-point buck, non-typical. We have tons of pictures of it. About a week later, 8 miles away in Tonganoxie, Kansas, somebody shot a 23-point non-typical buck and sold it to Cabela's for like, I want to say it was like $100,000, and now it's in their store. But a 23-point buck, absolutely it was massive. Sorry guys, I probably muted it because I'm eating a pot pie, so I'm trying to mute it because there's nothing worse than hearing someone chew. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves. It literally drives me nuts if I sit next to someone and they're chewing with their mouth open or they're just chomping. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, so I'm trying not to do it to you guys. So I muted my mic and I must have just forgot. Don't F with D, man. And once again, between Twitch and YouTube, thank you for the 58, people that are watching. My Discord DP is Clarence now. All right, Bob. Man, pot pies are good. That's the same people who don't look where they are going in a busy street. Sorry, I'm scrolling up these. Yeah. I mean, I'm not much of a deer hunter. I'm not even really much of a hunter at all. But I do love fishing. That's where my sport is. I love going out. My best fishing experience was when I went to the Colorado mountains, the Rocky Mountains. If you've ever been there in Denver, there's like a river or something that flows through the mountain. I went fishing there. That was awesome. Or Lake Lure in North Carolina. That was also amazing. Lake Lure in North Carolina was probably my favorite. Montana. I don't know what they would be blowing up though. So we still have yet to confirm above this. But look here on the 5-minute. We've been trying, and each time we form it, we form a bigger wave. Do we have a trigger wave? This is the 5-minute. Ugh. Man, this pot pie is good. I don't know how people talk, trash on pot pies. I think they're just amazing. They're probably not as healthy because they're not homemade. They've probably been packed full of preservatives and shoved in a box, but man. Oofda. Gosh. Yeah. I heard I have a lot of Midwestern terms, but dang, I can't shake it. I've lived in Kansas pretty much my entire life. I guess I lived in Texas for maybe 2 years. But besides that, my whole life has been spent in Kansas. Let's check our V2. Our V2 1 minute. Damn. Where in Texas? I lived in Bastrop, Texas. Bastrop, Texas. It's right next to Austin. So it's all kind of pointing. If we can break 10,050 and break above it, maybe we can get a confirmation. We're looking good here, though. The 1 minute, I don't really trade on these charts as much, but maybe we're trying to pull something off here. 1 minute looks all right. The 5 minute looks all right. It looks like maybe we're forming a trigger wave. But I don't really trade on the short-term time frames, especially with the trend we're in right now. You know, if you just showed up, you're showing triple MACD bearish and bullish divergence literally on top of each other. So rare. This is so rare. So hopefully we get some action here soon. Hopefully we get some action here soon. Oh, they got some, oh, what is that show, guys? The Samuel L. Jackson in the background music. Oh, what is it? Pulp Fiction. We're listening to Pulp Fiction in the background right now. Whenever he's sitting at the bar and he's talking to that white guy that's trying to rob, not the bar, but that diner. If you guys haven't seen Pulp Fiction, it's a great movie. Yep. Please tell me in the chat, have you guys seen Pulp Fiction? Of course. Did I just get here? What's the play, King? 10,113 times. We're really in a no trading zone right now. Guys, someone is going to get massively burned on this. This is a very bullish indicator on top of a very bearish indicator. The last time we showed triple MACD bearish divergence, which honestly was quadruple, you can see it right here. You had your high, a lower high, lower high, lower high. Look at your price. Let's get this off. Look at your price action. You had your initial dump. So after you made your third lower high, you had your initial dump from 12,000 all the way in to about 9,005. There's going to be a reaction off this, guys. I promise you. I know how it sounds. Oh, well, we're going up or down. It's going to be a huge move, guys. I can guarantee you that. The bulls are basically backed up in a... I mean, I don't want to say I'm leaning towards the bears right now because, you know, as we've talked about, can see our EMA 100. So until we go below 90, you know, about 9650, 9700, and we close the daily under this, I don't want to get too bearish. But man, if you wanted a recipe to possibly test this line, we have it. There's no line to save us in the lower 9,000s this time. I mean, you could have technical bounces off these touch points, but the bulls have to step up now, or it's not going to be good. And you can even, well, it's not too good on there on the daily. You will know my name is the Lord when I lay my hand of vengeance upon you. Dude, I think I'm gonna watch Pulp Fiction. Oh god, it's 3 hours plus long. I don't think I'll be able to get it in tonight. With a seller of nightmares. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, I love Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, I heard he has a new movie out. I heard he was like on a hiatus there for a minute. Well, I want to see some action soon, guys, because look over here real quick. All right, just 1 second. I'm answering a Discord message now, guys. I apologize. Yeah, but me and Jubbin got some work to do tonight as well to improve hopefully the upgrade should be done by our morning stream tomorrow. But apparently this court case that I've been telling you I'm about with my dogs, apparently I have a 7-page report of like 8 testimonials of all these dog attacks that have happened in the last month, or last 6 months. But none of them have ever been reported until all of a sudden now. I'm telling you, this court case is going to get... I don't know what's going to happen. I hate small towns. My dog literally stays inside. The problem is the neighbor that I'm getting into this disagreement with right now, she's friends, like she's like the most popular... She's the drunk in town that basically every Friday and Saturday night they have 40 cars outside. And so the whole neighborhood likes her. But apparently I have a 7-page report. Because I demanded to get the police report. Because we're building our case right now. You know, defending my dog. So I feel like this is going to get pretty nasty. And we live in a small town. They give no Fs. So like because we had to go to our I can't say this word, preliminary. Sorry guys, I know it's bad. You know, like it's every court case to defend my dog. Because this came out of nowhere. My dog hasn't done anything. And there's this girl or whatever. She was having a hard time. She had like some pregnancy or whatever that I guess it's like she's like a high, whatever you call it, where there's a high chance of something going wrong. And she couldn't afford the tags on her car. She's like, I just don't have the $80. So there was a 3-day period that I had to get to work. And I guess her dude dumped her and left her. She went to the court and she's like, you know, I had the tags 3 days later. I just couldn't afford it, but I couldn't afford to lose my job. So the judge looks at her and she goes, oh, all right, we're just going to give you a $400 fine. And it's like, Jesus, like if you couldn't even afford the $80 tags, what do you think? Why, you know what I mean? A $400 fine for like tags on your car? That's insane. I hate small towns. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna have to get a full-fledged like city lawyer. This is apparently we have 7 testimonials from neighbors from the last 6 months, but they never reported the attacks when they happened. But all of a sudden, I guess the cop went house to house asking. And I just don't even know how that's legal, because me and the cop don't get along either. Do what, half-baked? Butternut? It's a cool username. Like, cause I know it's for sure in our town. Like, if you get the basic, like, if you start at 5, like, if you go 5 miles an hour, cause I had a ticket. If you go 5 miles over the speed limit and you get a ticket, it starts at $175 for 5 miles an hour. If you go over 10, like if they clock you at 10, it goes into the 3s. Like, it's insanely. Our small town is just, I don't know how anyone does anything here. It's to the point our electricity bill last month, our electricity bill was $540. Or I'm sorry, it was $520, and I had a $50 credit. Like, it's expensive to live in this small town. I think I'm about ready to move to the city, honestly. Probably be cheaper. But I kind of like the small town. No, I don't know. There's just something about living in a nice small town. So that 1 hour, that didn't turn out to be very good. You can see here we're building. That's not really what you want to see. We posted this chart actually before I went live, and if you look, the red is actually building in here. See if we can look on it on the 30. Yeah, it's very clear. I have this sneaky suspicion we're either going to pop, or I think we're going to visit 10,000 or lower tonight. S9s? Yeah, I don't even mind. That's the thing. It's a normal house. We don't have anything extra like electricity rise. With a $50 credit, we had a $520 electricity bill. Insane. $20, that's, dang, I need to move where you're at. I heard it's cheaper in Missouri. Yeah, we're really building in here. Sellers are really mounting some pressure right now. So we're going to give it a little bit, but like I said, I really want to do a traditional morning cup of coffee stream. I want to do it before like 10 a.m. The problem is I wake up and the price isn't any different than when we go off. But, you know, me and Jubbin have some, you know, AggroCap. That's who he is on our board if you don't know by now. We have some updates we're going to do to Streamlabs and... sorry, but it's kind of already hit me. But we have some updates we're going to do tonight into the morning. So hopefully with our morning stream should be the new upgraded. So I'm kind of excited for that. And honestly, I'm really curious to see what this 7-page report I got. Yeah, can you check the Dang, electricity bill is still like $50. That's insane. I get heaps of solar panels. Man, Bob, I want to get into solar energy. Especially because I always said if I could build a mining farm, or I'm sorry, a solar farm, and then slowly buy miners. I'm trying to think of who that old guy is. He actually has a fully solar powered mining farm. But yeah, Gabe, let's check the long versus short. Oh, we need to get off market cipher. All right. Let's go to the 2 hour. Let's go 4. We can see this a little better. Let's get our moving averages off because it's the short chart. We really don't need it. So literally nothing's changed. Remember how we were flatlined? Now, I did notice there is a little bit of a correlation like you can see here. We had it's not as nice looking, but we had a trigger wave here and the shorts went up. If you look, there is a correlation with the momentum and short chart. It's really insane. If you look here, you topped here, you immediately fell. It's just like market cipher. It's really crazy. Makes you wonder if we'll have a sell-off here or if we'll kind of lower the shorts amount since we're kind of topping out here, or if we're just going to round out and start the next wave. You know, we'll have something to watch out for. So the shorts. And also, Gabe, too, if you're on our Discord, we have we actually have this section where you can go to look at the website, which we're about to do as well. It's basically a website that looks at the shorts and longs. This was the short. And it's actually on our Discord. See, man, even the longs, the longs look exactly the same. So, guys, we're in a very critical point now. I mean, you can tell here if you take your vertical tool, or your horizontal, sorry. I guess you can maybe inch this up just a little bit. All right. So it looks like we could be topping out here on the longs. So that kind of fits with the bearish kindness we're looking at. And let's look at the shorts chart with that in mind. Oh, do you see this, guys? I'm telling you. Do you want heads or tails? This would be a good trading comp, like for like the Patreon. Like, who can call the bottom, like, tonight? That would be cool. But we're going to start it next week, though. So, get ready in the Discord. You know, in the Patreon chat or whatever. We'll start the trading competitions. We're going to start thinking of something for next week so we can prepare. But no, right here on the longs and shorts, man, that's really tricky. They're literally both looking topped out. If you look here, just keep this in mind. We're going to look at the other one real quick, too, just so you know, take a picture if you look at this in your brain. We're kind of climaxed out here. You're showing falling momentum. You go to the longs, which is the other one. Looks similar, huh? It's eerie. I'm telling you. I don't think I've ever seen a moment like this. Not in a long time. Especially with these divergences. If you go to your 4 hour, this is really, someone's about to get majorly burned. Optical stays down. Wish I could afford solar. No, I'm not really surprised. I'm more or less just saying the longs are kind of, we're at our top. Our shorts are at our top. And then, I mean, seriously, everything is pretty coinciding with it's just a neutral. We're going to get a pop to one side. It's just, what is it going to be? You know, if we didn't have triple MACD, bullish, and, I mean, literally right on top of each other, this would be a very easy pattern to trade. But, man. If this one gets too tall, though, I think I'm going to lean to the bear side for sure. You can see here on the closer time frames, not only are you building here in your red, but the shoulder's getting better or bigger as well. So Sergi seems to be selling Chainlink. We need a whale to step in. Yeah. Crypto Dawn? Is that what you're calling? Like tonight? What's your time frame? Low 10,025? Thousand Bitcoins of pressure. So here, let's let me find the link. I should actually, you know what? It should be in my favorites. Let's go look at the chart. Let's go look at the long versus short percentage. But I think we're gonna look at this, guys. We're gonna look at our support and resistances. And like I said, I have quite a bit of work to do with Jub and AggroCap on the stream tonight, on the stream elements or the stream labs. And I also really, I would like to, because they actually just got delivered to my house about an hour ago. I really want to see these court documents against my dog, because I'm really, really concerned about this. I feel like if I lose, I'm going to have like a $1,500 fine or it's going to be insane for something that I know with 100% certainty did not happen. If we have all these neighbors coming out, I'll summon each and every one of them to court. I love my dogs. They don't have a voice to stick up for themselves. So this is we have this long and short chart on our Discord. It'll say long and short information, I believe. But this is on our Discord if you ever want to check. So your longs are at 48, your shorts are at 51. So we really haven't moved much. And if you look here, I mean, I guess technically they're slightly rising. We started in the 47s, now we're in the 48s. Just over $1 million in buys, over, wow, 3 million in sells. I don't know how to decipher this, honestly. This is pretty cool. Selling pressure, support, or superiority long. Interesting. But if you look here, look at this. March in XBT USD distribution in 1 hour. We're pretty heavy on the long side here. Almost 60% long, 40% short in the last hour. This site has a lot of helpful information. It's interesting. It's kind of nice to use your technical analysis and then you can kind of incorporate this. I mean, look at this, guys. On the 5 minute, this is really interesting. The 5 minute, we are almost at 80% long. So it seems like longs seem to be kind of stacking in here, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, all this information's on our Discord. It has the link right to it. You're leaning bullish short term? Yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah, Wild Hassan. Yeah. I mean, shoot, we actually shown the scalp trades today. We'll go back over them real quick before we call it a stream. Because like I said, I really want to start reading these papers. I have literally 7 pages of documents of supposable dog attacks. Which is just, I don't want to vent my frustration. Not here. But if we go to our 5 minute, let's turn on our V1 scalper. Oh, neck's gonna hurt. Alright. Let's see if I can let's get this back to our normal scale. I guess that was oh, it's because this is so big, that's why. Let's get rid of this. Let's make this bigger. Let's see if it works this time. Alright. So, right now, we are showing resistance here roughly at about 10,000. Yeah, this is the 5. Oh, we're on the V2. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I was like, this isn't right. We're on the V1. So the V1 scalper, I'm sorry, the V1 is meant, so your 5 minute is your scalper. Your 3 hour is for your much larger, your much larger trades. So here we had this literally happened here in stream, but we didn't trade it because you can see the chart's literally missing. It went from like 10,150 to 10,070. This was right here. Right here. You had your long signal go at 10,134, and these are not lagging. You can ask everybody that was here last night. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that, there's lagging. This is not a lagging indicator. We watch these in live. These lines never, you know what I mean? We've watched these in live time. It's not like they just adjust to what's happening, like, oh, I told you so, and it was never actually there. These are. So you had your 10,000, 140, 150 scalp to 170, 180. You had your other scalp right here from 10,134 to just over 10,200, just barely above it. Let's get our next call. You had this one right here at 10,184, and before you had your next call, we hit a bottom of just above 10,000. 100, so it'd be like 10,000. So the 5 minute is so the V1 is meant to be used on the 5 minute for scalping, and then the 3 hour for your more longer term trades. The 5 minute, you will have at least 10 to 15 trades a day, at least. And then you have, to confirm your 5 minute calls, you have your V2 1 minute scalper. And we'll get to that in a minute. But this thing, I'm telling you, the V2 is great for $40 to $80 swings. It's amazing. Honestly, it should be like $50 to $80 swings. And then obviously they can go higher. So if we look at our 3 hour, let's check our 3 hour out. This is our 3 hour V1. Just to reiterate, the V1's meant for the 5 minute for scalping, and your 3 hour for more longer term trades. I remember this one, we threw a huge short above 10,000. So it's about 10,630. We hit a bottom of 9,750. This is our 3 hour, so this is bigger moves. We threw a buy at 10,370. We hit just under 11,000, 10,964. And this, like I said, this is not a lagging indicator. We've watched these live. You threw your another short, 11,370-ish. And we hit, you had a little bit of a bump, but there's no need to panic unless you go back above this and you flip long, which we didn't. This was one of the better calls. 11,400, 11,390, all the way down to 9,500. I could keep going. This thing is a trading machine. Threw a long at 9,750, 780. Let me get it. 9,750. We hit a high of 12,003. Do you see what I'm talking about? This thing will work for whatever trading and strategy you had. And the 1 minute coincides with the V1 5 minute. So if you like trading the scalping, the short term time frames, you have the 5 minute V1 and then the V2 1 minute. It's just, I don't know. I love this indicator. Yeah, no problem. And the Patreon, we sent the information and you guys had it within 2 hours of me waking up. But you will have it same day every time. So, this is a service of the Patreon. If you want to check the description. So if you're on YouTube, it's there. All the instructions in the description. If you're on Twitch, it should be in the panels down below. But no, this thing, whatever trading strategy you have, there's definitely a time frame for you. So get rid of these little circles. Like I said, a little pump, then a bigger dump coming. I say it, double click with the left mouse button on the price scale. On the right side, you reset the chart, but you don't reset. So double click with the left mouse on the price scale on the right side. Let me try screwing it up. I don't know. You guys are the great, like, what do you call it? Like problem solving team, you know, with the whatever you call it, that little indicator that was there for the trend lines and stuff. This little button that I would have never known existed. I mean, seriously, I'm going to talk to Bybit about this. I am an affiliate through them, so they take constructive criticism through us. I'm going to ask them why they've made this button so small. It's ridiculous. I traded this for 6 months, and I was like, man, I really wish they had trend lines. I've never seen this. This little button. I mean, what's if an old person trades? How are they supposed to see this? Insane. So, but we got some improvements to do to the site, and I'm sorry, to the stream, and like I said, I really want to get into this paperwork about my dog. I want to see what they had. So if you have any questions, you can, you know, like Aggro said, you can go and you can go onto the Discord. I don't know. Your chart or browser bucks on Bybit. So we're gonna do a little quick summary on Bitcoin. I'll still be on Discord for the next, 2-3 hours. So if we go to our 4 hour, we're pretty much in this no trading zone. Nothing has changed. This goes from about 9,800 to about 10,000. In this area, I would not be opening shorts. I know it might sound like, oh, I really need to short. I'm telling you, look at this chart. Every person that's tried to short this has gotten wrecked. I mean, I guess you had some of these more freak occurrences, but guess what? If you go to your daily, your EMA 100 wasn't this high like it is now. This whole thing is contingent on 9,700 holding. So I would not. I mean, this guy's not a financial advisor. You can do whatever you want. Now, scalp trading is cool, but if you're trying to make go super heavy and trying to make these huge swings, just be careful, guys. Be very careful. Get rid of this. So 9,800 to about. I mean, honestly, you could even say 9,750, but let's just be easy. 9,800 to 10,000 is a no trade zone. You can see all these touch points at the bottom of our box. You can even see these rogue ones in the middle, and then you have a lot of these touch points across the top. This is a prime area that no matter if you go down to the top, you go down to the middle, or I guess that's kind of on the bottom, but you get the point. You have a very high probability of reversing at any second. So, you can guys do what you want, but I'm just telling you, every person this month, well, since about the 5th of this month, so pretty much since August has started, anyone that's tried shorting Bitcoin between 9,800 and 10,000, they've gotten wrecked. They've gotten liquidated, or they cut their losses. Be careful shorting in this box. And you have your strong EMA 100 right below this. So, but your resistance level is from about 9,200 to about, it's about 9,300-ish. Let's see if we can get a clearer picture from the 3 hour. See if we can confirm anything. Oh, we're on the V2, that's why. Let's get our V1 up. See if we can confirm a resistance at this. Okay, so I mean, if you can break above 10,300, 10,250. I definitely think, because it kind of coincides with these tops, and this thing's kind of catching on to it. We could possibly go into the fours. I don't really see it. I don't see us going above 10.6, but who knows? So if you do end up catching this bounce here, you know, definitely think, you know, just be wary of this box, and then if we can break above it, once you get in the fours, I would consider possibly being a seller. Now, if you can break this 3-hour red line and you can confirm a long, hey, more power to you. You can just add your gains. Your scalp will turn into a long. So, you know, you can't hurt that, but, you know, just, you know, be wary, guys. So you have strong support between 9,800 and 10,000. Honestly, guys, even from 10,100, I'm not trading this. I mean, if I'm going to do something, like let's say I wanted to hedge against downturn with minimal risk to the upside, if you're on a leverage trading exchange with no USD tether, true US, you know what I mean? All the safe haven pairs, US dollar, you can do a thing. I actually learned this from a buddy on Bybit. So you can go, let me see. Let me make sure on the screen you can see this box. Oh, it's actually not going to show me. So in this box here, I'll look in the chat to see if you can see it or not. You can do a thing, it's called artificial tether. Granted, you will lose money, but not as much if you do go to the upside. Wow, it just logged me out. But you can do a 1x position. You can do a 1x leveraged short to hedge yourself if you don't want to lose money going down, or use a ton of risk betting we go down and we go up, because even if you go up, you're only shorting your exact dollar amount. So I mean, unless you hold just thousands on thousands of dollars, you know, like 100,000 or something, it shouldn't be that bad, you know, of a loss. I mean, in worst case, you know, I don't really see the upside on this move, not yet for sure. So if you really want to hedge your risk, and not really take much of a loss if we do kind of move up a little bit, you can open a 1x short. You literally just leverage your exact dollar amount, not a dollar more, because it won't go through, but it's a 1x position. My wife says you sound like Mario Lopez. Dude, isn't your wife like a... God, you're Tom Brady. Isn't your wife a model? Yeah, Yoga Flame TV. Yeah, we had a scalp. We did like a 4-5 hour scalp yesterday. For sure. Yeah, Saved by the Bell. For sure. Dude, Tom Brady. I cannot think of the name of your wife. She's like a model. But hey, I don't know to take that as a compliment or not. If I sound like Mario Lopez, I don't think I've ever heard negative news about Mario Lopez. So I'm gonna check out that tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I need to find some improvements. I need to see if I can start time stamping certain parts of my videos. You know, like to the scalp. You know, like our scalp yesterday. You remember how we stood here for like, I say stood, we sat here for like 2 hours. Nothing happened. We were planning our trade. We were watching our supports, our resistances. Obviously, our AggroCap V1 5 hour, or 5 minute, 3 hour, V2 1 minute. Just patiently waited, and finally it came to fruition. I mean, we had a nice scalp yesterday. I don't know if we can find it on here. Let's see. I know we can. Yeah, this was our scalp. So, what are you at? Yoga Flame TV. You can do a playlist also. So, Yoga Flame TV. Everyone can vouch for this. I'm not just spitting, you know, random facts or facts or you know what I mean, statistics, whatever. This was our short last night. We were about like what, chat? 10,325, 10,350. And we rode this swing play all the way down into the one, basically where we're at right now. It was a little bit higher. You can see that we've kind of fallen today, but this was our trade last night. $5 minute is a scalping beast. It's very good. Yeah, Giselle, for sure. So the red line pops up. Yeah. Yeah, this thing gives you a straight up, like, it points direct, and it's not a lagging indicator. We all watched it last night. Oh, we're on the 3 hour. We need to go back to 5 minute. But yeah, if you look at our short indicators, they point, and our longs, they point directly into the candle. This is our scalper. Scalping for me, because I do this for a living, it's generally, for me, it's $40 to $80 swings. If they can go over $100 in price movement, great. But this thing's just been a scalping machine today. And if you haven't joined our Discord, I highly recommend it. We have a great community. There's a ton of services. If you like posting charts, we have a TA section, your profit logs, so we can support you on your wins. There's just a ton of services. So I mean, our Discord's free. So if you want to, if you want a community that supports you, I promise, I'm going to get into the educational videos. I keep, not to be like blame you guys, but I'm always streaming. Like, I think I've been, what are we live today? We've been live for at least 6 hours today. And we go live twice a day. So, but, so we have some interesting developments. This can be used on Coinbase. Yeah, it is not limited to any exchange. Definitely not. So I'm going to reiterate these real quick, and I am going to... Whoa. Oh, dude. The left click on the right. Thank you. I swear, you guys are like the best. What do you call the crew? You call them in the call center and they just like work out all your problems? Like, seriously. The Bybit stuff, the indicate, like, seriously, you guys are amazing. I really feel like we're forming the best, community in crypto, even though we do a lot of stock stuff as well. Like, if you're a stock trader, we'll look at your stocks. I traded stocks since 2014. I mean, I've been out of the market since January 2017 because I've been full-time crypto scalping since January 2017. But we'll look at your stocks. So 9,800 to 10,000, your major support zone. Anyone that's tried shorting into this box they've generally gotten wrecked since about midway through this month. So be very careful. You have resistance between 10,002 and 10,003. And once again, just because this is really insane to watch, you were showing triple MACD bearish on top of bullish divergence. Insane. This is very rare. I don't actually think I've ever seen this with Market Cypher. So be careful tonight, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry I know we had some scalps or whatever. Our major scalp was that we just really haven't done much. We seriously traded in a $50 trading range the entire night. I started at 10,160 and we're now at 10,100. I just have this way, and then I promise you guys, seriously, it happens every time. Within an hour, we're going to start tanking or going dramatically up. It happens every single time. So, we just broke 10,100. I mean, I guess any kind of movement, but we've literally gone down $50. And that's the most we've done. We've just been hanging in the same trading range all stream. But I have, me and Jubbin, AggroCap, we're going to be working on the stream tonight. You should see the upgrades tomorrow morning. Or worst case, the night stream. I'm not sure how long they're going to take. And I need to read these papers I just got today about my dog. So, thank you all for watching. If you don't know already, I'm a gigantic Chiefs fan, and I am just craving for football season. So this is a song we end on every time, at least until the Chiefs start sucking or the NFL season's over. But I will see you guys in the Discord. Thank you for showing up tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. And, you know, if you're not in the Discord, I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning with our cup of coffee stream. Let's get this going. My Chiefs music. It's a Chiefs anthem.
Tech, Nina, Kansas City. You ready? You ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the place where we run it. Place really haunted by number 58 is DT the Great, and we flaunt it. Hate and we shun it. No competition, the opposition fake. I don't think they really want it. Loud is the recipe. Loud sitting next to me, no doubt. Now we are proud that we get to see KC Chiefs come and break these geeks, make them taste these cleats. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Chiefs Kingdom. Got to lovers, got some other beasts. Bring them, mop them up and stop them. Got the heat, sting them. You hot when we stop ya. Dropped when he rock. Got blocked in me casa. Ball in my city live, but I find a raw one to get beside. My lucky numbers are 15, 10, 87, 29, 7, 50, 95, 55. Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Strange music. Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Go Chiefs. Red Kingdom. 10, 9. Let's roll, baby.
Thank you, everyone. See you in the Discord till tomorrow.